So it was just folding boat. Yeah. That's it. We just ended up back at the boat. I guess after that's probably like afternoon-ish.
I was telling Colin that I was super excited because in my previous life, before I lived in Indiana with this job and a baby and everything, that I used to have a lot more time to come up with things. And I was really excited for the 2 weeks off to come up with some loot that was in that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But I didn't come up with anything.
Yeah.
I didn't have time.
It's still yet undetermined.
You know, those boxes are locked. And if you guys have any ideas of what you'd like in those boxes, that'd probably be a better call.
That's cool.
So you
can we all just say something we want and then we get it?
No.
Yes, but no.
Okay. Here's your guidelines.
Yes and yes.
This vault for the Crimson Tide was supposed to be kind of like an emergency situation. Like this is our emergency supplies on shore. We come back here. It's a bug out stash. So whatever would be good in a bug out stash. You know, I thought an extra boat. You know, that was as far as I got. And then I thought I would have 2 weeks.
I've got 3 things.
3 things. What are 3 things that are normally in a bug out stash in a fantasy world?
An amulet against detection.
Ooh.
Scribe proof
necklace.
That's good.
Wait,
scribe proof suspenders. Hey, you never know.
Hey, it's bug out.
I've never been scribed before, to be honest.
Actually, how would you know?
Yeah.
Fuck.
There's a wisdom save, I think.
Yeah, Miwo, go ahead and make a wisdom save
right now.
I'm being scribed.
Getting scribed on is kind of like getting hacked.
David suggested something like invisibility related, you know, if you're like on the run.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like a ring of swimming or some fast swimming something.
There is something called like one of my guys got it. It gives you a swimming speed if you don't have it. It's like an amulet of the seal or something, Colin. I think it's from the Zendros list, maybe.
Cloak of the
I've got a thing. Last one made something better. Yeah, there's one something like that in the list. I think there's a couple things that give you swim speed in the list.
I like invisibility, and I like an amulet or something that against the scrying. That's a good idea.
If we didn't have the amulet, would you have an NPC scry on us, though? That's sort of the question.
Maybe not yet, but we haven't ran into that guy yet.
Now that everybody's like, well, I've never been scryed on before. Well, now I might add scrying as a mechanic. I don't think you've left anybody in your wake to scry on you.
Right. Not yet.
Not yet. You know what I mean? Like, you've pretty much killed anybody that was like, you know, big enough to look back.
No, I know who would scry on us.
Who would scry?
Yeah, but no scry.
Wait, no, we've already got a plot hook for him. Yeah, I was gonna say Ron Abuelo, but
I don't know. I think you might judge that he likes you more.
Sure,
you're imagining that he likes you that much. Like,
that
what
we're
if you're
buddies.
what if you're just another group of people he's hung out with? You know,
that's probably it.
That's my constant fear around people I think is cool. I'm just like they probably just don't even remember.
Damn, he smoked like 10 of my cigarettes today.
We must be friends.
And he never has his own. This is weird.
No, he just calls me Jack, man. That Jack is just his nickname for me.
Yeah. It's this thing we do. Yeah. But no, maybe the tiefling, that powerful tiefling bank robber, he could probably do some scrying later on.
I hit him with a filing cabinet.
He did a mass command. You did hit him with a filing cabinet, which he'll remember unless he physically can't remember it because you hit him with a filing cabinet.
Also, he only commanded 2 people. That's like level 3 or 4 or something.
Roxanne has a dress.
Yeah, he was bound to get caught. If anything, that was a cautionary tale for those of you who are planning bank robberies, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
But, wait up. Kokobo.
Mm-hmm.
The tiefling and some bystander, as far as I could tell, went into like a vaultish door. And inside, I could not see them, right?
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, while they were in there, but then then the guards came in and started taking people away, and I think we kind of wrapped it up quickly.
But I saw flashing blue light.
Yeah, as if he were about to cast some spell to try to leave or do something of that manner.
Oh, I see.
And I believe that
'Cause
you thwarted his plans. He would have got away with it if it weren't for you meddling too.
I see. I thought that perhaps. Oh, as far as I remembered, and not because, yeah, I thought only he came out. The guards went in there and brought him out. But later, when I was thinking, oh, he didn't mention the bystander, the person.
Oh, I like that.
And so I was like, oh shit! I wondered if that guy teleported away, but he turned the bystander into himself before he left, like cast seeming on him or something like that.
That's what happened. Maybe let's just retcon. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, and if I didn't mention it, it's because you solved my puzzle that I laid out so so quickly.
Yeah, but now I know about
solving that. Yeah, but you don't know.
Well, how the fuck are you gonna find this guy?
Who was that bystander? Did he teleport them away? Where did he teleport them?
Or did he
the
turn
bystander?
into a gorilla?
Oh my God, 2 gorillas.
You're him.
And you turn into the tiefling.
What if Hadal is undercover right now? He just joined up with the rest of the group, and they're like, "Hey, come on, Hadal, come back to the boat with us." And he's like, "Sure."
Okay.
Yeah.
Hadal, why are you twirling a mustache?
Yeah, Hadal, where'd you get that goatee? What's the deal?
Okay. We ready? What are we doing?
Yeah. Are we? We're back. We're back on the boat, or we're running away from the boat.
We're back on the boat. We're going through things. A lockpick breaks into the final box of the loot that you just got back, and Hadal, your roommate, what was his name? The dwarf.
Kenny?
Something the
Agathar?
The unsmelling.
Agathar, you mean the smell blind dwarf?
Yeah, the smell blind dwarf.
Agathar, the smell blind, or the smell blind.
The unscented.
Well, normally I get those first try. Sorry about that. It might take a little bit to get the pieces out of there, but we can still get this open eventually. Don't worry. If there's one thing I am known for, it is my great lock-picking skills.
Oh sure. Yeah, I mean that's obviously why I brought the chest to you, Agathar. Actually, is it Agathor? I think it's Agathor. It is.
Yes.
Yes, Agathor. That's exactly why I thought you'd be the man for the job.
Well, it's a fine lock is like a woman. Some of them you can't win over in one night, so you have to work with them a little bit. You have to drive them into a corner and not leave them alone for a while,
Really schmooze them. Yeah.
That sounds actually like
Agathar's unmarried, yes.
And that's actually not all right.
Oh, yeah. Good one. All right, well, hey, I'll keep working on these chests over here. You guys go do what you need to do and get back to me later. I'll have a full inventory for you.
Thanks, mate. Well, if it's there could be power cores in there too, right? If it's bug out stuff, maybe it's power cores. That's what the captain wants.
Stick around.
I think there's something for druids that gives +2 to spell save DC in there.
Could be.
Probably some dark vision goggles.
There was another. Yeah. There was a druid on the ship on the Crimson Tide, so maybe some druid shit.
UID. Okay, yep, I got it down.
Druid.
Yeah, what's next? It's it's evening. It's sun's going down, but it's that beautiful color of the sunset near the ocean. You know what I mean? This is that orange and pink.
If it's evening, we got to take Lono. Tonight, now, if it's evening.
Was it sunset or midnight?
Sunset. Oh, the Lono thing was under the full moon, I believe.
Oh, okay,
Or
good,
under,
good, good.
or under the moon. You know, I think I have the problem. You might notice this if you take notes. There's a lot of full moons in my world at all times. The moon
Sure.
stays full for a long time.
I think Earth number 2 has about 6 moons.
Yeah, 6 moons.
I think in
every
the fantasy
night.
world, to me, it makes sense that there's really only full moons and new moons. You know, it's either brightly lit or black. Black.
Yeah.
And then there's clouds too.
There's clouds. There's always clouds. Yeah, blocking up that moon.
Clouds. Also.
So yeah, there's that. There were mentions of other things inside the chat.
Yeah, we were gonna also try to sign up for Dino Racing.
Not enough. There's plenty more.
Or get an idea of the rules of Dino Racing to see if we can do a sneaky polymorph.
Could we do that on the way, or you want to do like a?
If we do that on the way, then we'll have to have Lono, with us. But I can give him my cloak that conceals faces really well, or gives people disadvantage trying to figure out who it is. Or we could take the folding boat up to the lighthouse temple thing. But if we're going through town to talk to Dino Rider people, we'd have to have Lono with us, cloaked up.
I think I'm not sure about how much trouble it would be, but it seems like the safest thing would be to sail around to that lighthouse.
We can sign up for the races anytime. We could take your friend to the creepy witches first, and then on the way back. It's not like
we can sign up on the way back.
Sure.
Yeah, this is a hustling, bustling dinosaur city, so it doesn't sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the night before the races. This is
Oh yeah.
party night.
And there's people at the taverns getting hammered and deciding the end of the race, like right then.
Yeah.
Most entrants.
In the morning, there's a long walk of shame to take your name off of the list. Because
yeah.
Talked a lot of smack the night before. Yeah. Okay.
It's called Dino Ditch, right?
Dino
When you
Ditch.
do that?
Shameful, really.
Shameful.
All right. So just kind of starting to bring Lono over in the boat.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll do the
thinking
folding boat. He's got the cloak of the faceless one or something like that. So anybody that's trying to figure out who he is has to roll disadvantage. And it's getting dark, so he should be good.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage for him. Just let me know what you roll.
Okay.
It's as much left as I did.
Uh-oh, roll 20.
You didn't know how big my stomach was.
Oh, wait. Two of them. We're getting there. It is so laggy for me right now for some reason. He got a 17 plus whatever his other numbers are.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. I'll say that, you put the cloak on him, and it's a magic cloak, right? And it kind of just like warps kind of features just slightly. It almost makes like how somebody might describe him. It generalizes his features, so you can't really tell. You can't say it's not him, but you couldn't really for sure say
it's
that
like a reverse caricature.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It doesn't change too much, but just enough for you to have to, really look at the person to kind of, fit a description to them. He pulls it over and he's like, that's the thing about roses, right? You go by any other name, they're going to smell just as sweet, no matter who I am, right? It's what I am. And he just kind of keeps going as you guys take this boat and start folding it apart. I imagine you guys are just on the deck right now with these, it's like a big sheet, like if you clipped it all together, it would be solid. But you guys are sitting there just kind of trying to fold this boat out, getting it ready.
Is there any way we can guarantee once the druids cure him that he keeps his persona the same? Or is that
you're gonna have to talk to them about that. That's a higher power than me.
Yeah, they just said they could probably unscramble his brain, so they didn't go into super detail. Hey, is Koa with us?
Yeah, man. Koa's over there, just like, whoa. You check out this box it came in. This is good wood right here. It says Abre on it. And whenever he says Abre, the bolt that you guys are folding out just
Oh,
yeah, it just
Fills
Yeah.
up like a dinghy. One of
Fills
those like
up
super
and-
quick, like
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Cool box. You know, you could probably hide some stuff in here.
I think a boat. I think that's the idea.
Maybe, man. Maybe.
I think he means like just random stuff, and then like we can get it out when
do
we
you want
unfold the
to?
boat.
Cole, you want
Oh.
to make
a
box?
la
and-
cargo.
Is that what you mean? Make hole in box and smoke it?
Hey, man. You could probably do a lot of things like that. This is a good box right here.
Yeah, probably fit
Um,
some shoes.
A person comes on deck wearing a dark cloak. They got the hood up, but their face seems to kind of be searching around kind of quietly. Excuse me. Does anybody know the captain, Marana Darktide?
Hi, Baichi. Who's asking?
My name is Schmitty. I have a message for the captain.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll insight. Let me know what you get. It's kind of a young human male. They've got kind of dark curly hair, and
Forgot dice.
they don't really have a bag on them. Don't really have like side satchels or anything like that. Have kind of a longer cloak.
Hey, Dave, I'm gonna give you the help action
Hell yeah.
by asking
Who the hell are you?
who sent a message.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
ahead. What do you get? Insight. Let me know.
That's a
Before I-
dirty 20.
Miwo, you look at this guy. You know a lot of groups yourself, kind of, interacting with the circles that you normally interact with. You haven't seen somebody with this type of cloak before. You see like what like it looks like a little like a burnished brass pendant of kind of what looks like a small like a star kind of like falling, kind of like spiking off. Could be an explosion of some sort, but it has like this like intricate little like half star design to it. And
Does it have striations?
it does have some striations.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what that is. I just feel like Matt Mercer says striation at least once per episode.
Okay, I'll write that down. Striation.
Does he talk about like pastrami something? Some type of meat?
I think he's normally talking about pastrami. Yeah.
I think striations are actually what's in like the inside the barrel of a gun that like imprint on the bullet that they use for like forensics. Yeah.
There's lots of.
I think that's a form of striations.
These are ridges, furrows, or linear marks.
We're not playing until we get this.
I'm sorry.
I insist.
He looks like any one of you could take him out.
That's how he looks. But
that's the vibe you get off of him. This guy doesn't really seem to be. He looks like a messenger, if you will.
I would expect that Miwa would get that vibe from basically everybody.
Yeah.
Being a professional fighter and all.
Yeah.
Very small person, Kay.
Them out.
Oh, I can take them out. Yeah.
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 Who's asking? I have a message to give to her from a benefactor of unknown name. I was told to let her know that the irregulars are sending word.
read the review.
Is the captain talking to this guy right now?
No, you guys are just on the deck of the ship
Okay.
right now, figuring this out. I imagine he just walks up.
Yeah, okay. I'll walk up to him and be like, you've got a message for the captain. I suppose I could take that from you. I'm basically first mate. I mean, I'm a very important person on the ship. So yeah, I could go ahead and deliver that for her, unless it's sort of like a her eyes only. She has to sign for it or some such.
I was told to give it directly to her.
All right, well.
But yeah. And he reaches behind him through the float.
Hey!
Hands.
Hey! Don't. Hey, we'd honestly prefer if you didn't move that fast. I mean, we've had people threaten the captain's life before, so really, just if you wouldn't mind, I'm just gonna check for weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and pat him down.
Yeah, go ahead and do an investigation check.
Oh fuck yeah, I'm a fucking investigate this motherfucker.
Investigate with your hands.
My hands. Put my hands on that man. Oh, not very. 12.
You find behind him kind of like a notebook size kind of like dossier, if you will, like a sealed folder. Looks like a package.
Mm-hmm.
And you also find behind him kind of like a 12-inch dart. It kind of has these black feathers on the end, and it has this like long kind of slightly curved white porcelain body to it.
If you don't mind, I think I'm going to hold on to this. And I mean, it's just, if you insist on seeing the captain, then I insist on holding on to this until you've delivered your message and you're on your way.
Go ahead and do an intimidation check.
That's a nat one.
How about you bring the captain up here on the deck and we just talk openly?
All right, I suppose I can do that.
Do you want me to put naughty on him?
Just keep eyes on. Yeah, I'll go get the captain.
You find her down in her captain's quarters. Kind of just piles of money. You see her kind of pouring a drink and kind of swishing it around with a couple of like an ice cube in it, just kind of smoking out of the drink. Hadad, I am almost done. What can I do for you?
Captain, there's a messenger here for you that says he's got a missive of some kind from the irregulars.
Excellent. We have been waiting to find out where we need to go with Lono, or with Koa, excuse me. I hope that this is the person that we can talk to. All right. Okay. And she grabs her keys and she goes up and she locks the door to her captain's quarters. And she goes out that I am the captain, Marana Darktide. We are out here in the open right now. I hope that you understand that there are some things that shouldn't be said under the full moon, of which there is one tonight.
Like every night.
Unless there are clouds or it is a new moon. Yes, ma'am. I was told to give this to you. It's just a bit more information about the job that you are hired to do. And he kind of just looks around at the crew and he takes a look at each of you. I didn't want to cause alarm or anything, so I'm sorry for the commotion.
Very late.
But
very late in the conversation. You are very shifty. Can you be less shifty?
I will try to be less shifty. Anyway, I was told to hand this to you, and Hadal's he hands it to Hadal first.
I'm gonna look to the captain for permission before opening it.
Yes, Hadal, go ahead.
Pull out my little fucking, I don't know, some kind of fucking cool ocean dagger I haven't thought of yet, and
Dirk.
cut it open. Yeah, it's ocean butterfly knife. Yeah. Ocean thing. Yeah, cut it open and pull it, and I assume it's documents inside.
Yeah, there's documents. There's a what look like documents at first. You pull them out, and they are invitations to what look like well-made invitations to a gathering. You are formally invited to the Lord's dance, to the festivities officially. I was told to hand you those invitations, and if there's anything else that you might need, all the information should be in that packet for you. That's all I was really told, was that you were invited to dress appropriately and to make sure that everything is secure when you do come.
All right.
What is the Lord's dance? The dance.
Yes, I was also not sure myself.
It's the fucking festivities. It's before the race. All the big wigs get together and have a big old party.
Fancy party, yeah. That
Have you
sounds
the Lord
right.
of the Val? You?
I wish I could tell you
Sorry?
more.
Lady.
I wish I could tell you more. As his hand goes back behind him.
I
But
tackle.
you see, I'm very shifty. Go ahead and roll initiative.
What, you motherfucker?
Hey, Naughty cannot be surprised.
Hell yeah. Take that, DM. Wait, why? Because
He's
This is just a Miwo. This is just a Miwo initiative right here.
me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just me.
Yeah,
Whoa.
just you and him.
Oh no.
Oh my God, steady 19s, baby.
Also, what's his name? Naughty was watching like a hawk, right?
22.
All right. Yep. Naughty. I'll say Naughty. Go ahead with advantage then.
Wait, what did he say right as he was pulling something out?
He said, "I wish I could tell you more, but you see, I'm rather shifty."
And okay, good. I feel fine about the tackling. Actually, I want to go in just to clarify a spear. I think that's more appropriate than a tackle.
What
Okay.
is
You're
what
gonna hit him with a spear?
Sorry, a pickle spear is what he calls the move, but it's like Goldberg.
Oh, okay.
Spear.
No, okay. I thought you were coming at him with a harpoon. I was like,
No,
that.
it's a double leg
hardcore.
takedown. Double leg takedown.
Double leg takedown. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
What did Naughty
Driving
get?
shoulder through the chest and
19.
Follow through.
19. All right. Naughty and Miwo go together on the same move. What's the coordinated attack look like?
we lock arms and spin. And we spin so elegantly and gracefully. We just spin and
You
spin.
can
And
just like pick him up by the arms and swing his whole body.
how big is Naughty? I feel like Naughty's like
He's 7 feet
he's
tall.
7 feet tall.
He's a
How
big
tall's
boy.
Miwo?
He's skinny though. You know.
How tall's
Yeah,
Miwo?
Yeah, he's
How about he throws me? Like I get into a little
Yeah.
and he does. Okay, no, I don't know how. I guess we lock arms and we just try to do a clothesline on the guy.
Yeah, you knock him flat on his ass. You grab onto Naughty, and Naughty kind of like rotates like a gyro at his waist, 360, and you kind of swing around with your legs kind of flying in the air, and you come 360 and land straight at this guy. You pickle spear him down onto the ground. Pah! He hits his back on the ground. Oh, I was trying to be funny. Ow.
Oh, he was making a joke?
Oh, that was a joke. Oh, I see.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't draw. He didn't have a knife or something with him.
He has the dart in his hand.
Oh.
Man, if I wasn't holding these documents, I would have fucking killed him.
Wait, he's holding a dart?
Yeah, in his hand.
So he was gonna do something. I am confused, but I feel no remorse.
On his turn, he just kind of drops the dart and it sticks in the ground, and he Nightcrawler poofs out, and you see a down by the. You see him laying on the dock on his back still. Ow!
Just like 30 to 500 feet away. Yeah.
It's just a misty step dart.
Oh.
Your
Did he
performance.
leave it in the boat though?
No, it poofs with him. He just has to throw it on the ground. It's just kind of like an escape thing.
Wait, the dart's no longer there?
The dart's no longer there.
That's a neat item. Maybe that should be in one of the boxes.
Oh, for sure.
If you have any questions, there should be answers in the dossier. I'm sorry.
Well, so he was just trying to make a cool escape, and then Miwo tackled the shit out of him.
Yeah, no, I think it might have actually been a joke, and he was trying to just kind of give us a little jump, but it was a mistake on his part.
That's a risky fucking joke, mate.
It was, yeah. I think he's new on the job, or I don't know. It doesn't seem like the kind of people that the regulars would be dealing with would be the kind of joke you'd want to do.
I feel I warned him, and then he did, and he but he did have dart. I am confused.
I think the joke was that he was going to use it. He did indeed have it, but he wasn't actually going to throw it at anyone.
That's very bad joke.
I know. I agree.
Among our company.
It's a good thing you hurt him physically.
So he learned.
Ideally, yes.
With pain, yes, you learn much.
Hey, what are you all messing around with? That you got an invitation to the Lord's party?
Yeah, I don't know.
Invitation. We have 7 invitations.
That's a lot.
Well, I'm not going.
7 tuxedos?
Nobody invited you, first of all.
Well, good.
I'm wondering myself why we have this many. Or what they're even for. And
Can you, Captain? Are you familiar? What is the Lord's Dance? That's what it's called.
There's a couple of names.
And do you know what it is? Because I'm not familiar with it.
Part of the Golden Run is not necessarily about the dinosaur races. It is about this private festival that happens on a secure location here on the island. People from all over come just for this event. It happens every night of the run, and including the night before the run. And she kind of looks over to Val. Lords and kings and princes and princesses, people come from all over. It's random people might just go party in the street, but if you're somebody, you go to this event. But I've never been. Have you? Why don't you want to go?
For all the reasons you just said. Because anyone will be there. It's exactly the place I don't want to be.
And they're not even watching the dino races.
Wait.
A bunch of tourists, it's a bunch of rich idiots all getting drunk and schmoozing and talking politics.
Isn't
Quite glamorous. It's very.
It's the kind of a place where people like us are stripped of our weapons and are put at the hands of powerful people who can decide whatever they want to do with us. I don't like it.
Wait, Captain, well, I'm not familiar with Lord's Dance, but is this the Tanj Pansky? I've heard of this. Is a large wrestling tourney, no? I've heard once or twice. Maybe I'm confused. But a great performance for.
I understand that. It's a wild party. I understand that.
And so I'm looking through the documents, and so as far as I can tell, it's that we're supposed to be bringing Lono to this Lord's Dance, and that's where the not Lono but Koa, and that's where the
Koa.
sort of exchange is going to take place. Am I right?
It seems like that was the plan.
It's absurd.
It does seem like a not good place to do that, but I guess
Does
we'll have-
not. No.
Perhaps
Also,
This-
it complicates getting him back too, because it's not like he's just gonna go to the jail or something. You know, he could go back to. Well, he wouldn't go back to feed, but you know, he's a political pawn. All these politicos and whatnot get their hands
This
on him.
would be where the politicos are. This is what I'm afraid of.
Well, perhaps this is the intent completely, is not to ever give him back. If he's in plain sight, very difficult to reacquire.
You said you weren't involved in anything political. Who the
We
hell
aren't.
is this guy?
Yeah, we weren't till just now.
Political.
They're turning him over for some reason.
For money, not for some reason. For the reason is the money.
the
Oh,
reason.
why is he worth some money? What's he done?
Something political. I don't know.
I think
It ain't
So
what he
there's
did.
some-
It's what it's
but
what
he may be.
they've set him up to appear to have done.
It's what he saw, possibly.
Okay, but what we know about the irregulars, they're like anarchists, super low underground stuff.
Mostly working in Steed. I don't know why they would be here, but it is the Golden Run. Everyone's here. Yeah, mostly to bring sorts of events like this or gatherings like this. The people that would be here at this event, this is what they would be against. The conglomeration of any power.
Well, now I'm listening again. All right.
Well, perhaps they don't necessarily want Koa alive. Maybe they're planning some sort of, mass killing event.
That we'd be at. Yeah, that
But they
doesn't
would have
sound good.
hired. They would have hired us to go to murder us.
But
I mean,
would they want
that's
us dead
pretty
because
genius.
we know stuff about Koa? Would they want us dead?
I mean,
Just
yeah,
wipe us out too, and everybody
Yeah.
else.
tying off the loose ends.
All right. Well, I don't like it. I am worried that it's going to be difficult to come in with enough force to protect ourselves and to get ourselves out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we've already been, paid a substantial portion for the job, although, as I recall, not all of it, right?
Not all of it, no.
And we have Koa, so it seems like we've got a little bit of leverage. Maybe we can have them do it more our way.
All right.
I can't think offhand of an advantage to participating in the Lord's Dance.
What if we don't bring Koa?
Disguise somebody as
suppose
Koa.
since we know of no other way to get in contact with them, then it seems like we would have to go there at least to make other arrangements.
The Lord's Dance is a multi-night event. I say we scope it out at least one night. Small team goes in, gets the lay of everything. We decide then. No, we don't have enough information to make a good plan right now. So, as it stands, I think caution is the best plan.
I think it's quite fair. I mean, considering that Koa is what, as far as we know, one of the most wanted fugitives in the kingdom, and all of the 10,000 islands, walking around with him, right up into this party seems ill-advised.
Ill-advised. Too many eyes. It doesn't make any sense.
In the meantime, I think we're heading off to see about potentially healing Lono at the temple of the such and such.
Do you think we're
Forget
being
what it is.
scribed right now? I have strong feeling I am being scribed.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Milo.
Holy shit! The Pirate King is scrying on your ass. If anybody gets the scrying thing, it should probably be the captain.
Was that just it?
It's oh no, he's not wise. 9.
You feel seen right now.
Oh,
So stupid. I love it. Hey, so I had just a fun idea. What if we make the otter, the tiny otter, look like a tiny halfling? Make the exchange, get the payment, and then Misty Step is verbal. Misty Step is verbal. I can run away pretty good, and then I could also have pre-summoned, potentially, maybe, hopefully, DM willing, some sort of spectral pterodactyl to escape on with my summon steed spell.
That's cool.
Like a celestial angel.
Like you're in a
Pterodactyl.
Gandalf situation. You jump off the top of a tower, and there's a celestial pterodactyl catches you.
Yeah, but then that separates me again.
Yeah.
Sinclair, my fear would be that they have some sort of anti-magic in order to keep you. I mean, because obviously this is a very valuable prisoner that they're after, and I don't know what they know about what Koa can do. It could be that they would be intending on sort of magical countermeasures.
But I bet they know he's like a karate guy, But also, I'm pretty slippery when it comes to restraints. A lot of times, so like, if they just go regular handcuffs, like I can jimmy out of those.
I mean, I think we'll need to purchase another potion of seeming in order to accomplish that. But otherwise, I think that's not a
maybe, or figure out a way to give Koa some way to Misty Step, either like a scroll or
one of those darts.
Some other magic means. A dart would be handy, yeah.
The timing. Imagine this. The Lord's Dance. The first night is tomorrow night. They gave us this message so we wouldn't have time to prepare. They want us to walk into this unprepared. These tickets, we could go any night. We have a few nights, so let's take it slow.
The tickets let us go more than once, though?
I don't know.
Oh.
I've never been to this event. I just know it says entry ticket on it. So let's just, it's an invitation. Let's just plan on going once, but let's plan on going prepared.
Captain, all of the information that we should need to know is contained in the dossier as per, what was his name? Schmidt or something?
Schmitty,
yes.
I think that was a made-up name. I did an insight check on them. It didn't seem like that was his real name. It seemed made up.
Schmitty.
It did seem made up, that's true. But I mean, assuming that he was telling the truth, and I didn't think to, read into his insight at the time, but he said that all the information that we would need would be in the dossier.
Oh, yeah.
Is there more than just the invitations?
I'll go check it out. Right now, the rest of you, just start preparing. Let me review everything in here. Look for clues. There seems to be a few more odds and ends. Just, she pulls out another piece of paper. This just looks like a part of the deal that we made, and the same information that I was given earlier. So I don't know what else would be on here. Just a description of Koa and an overview of what we were supposed to be doing. A reminder? I don't know. A receipt?
Can I look at it and look for anything?
Yeah. Go ahead. You just doing an investigation on it?
Yeah, I think that's the thing to do.
Help you maybe looking over your shoulder for any code or thieves' cant?
Okay.
You can read the thieves' camp.
Yeah, maybe it's not. Yeah, it's yeah.
I know how to like order food, but like
yeah. Ask her to the bathroom.
It's like a lot of symbols. It's like code.
Good gestures. Okay, I got a 15.
yeah, looking at it, it's in a very neat script. It's kind of takes you a little bit to kind of read through it. It doesn't talk much about dollars and cents on it, but it gives an overview of a valuable asset. It gives a physical description of Koa. There's now with a 15, I wouldn't say that you find anything that really catches your eye of anything interesting.
All right. Well, everything seems to be in order here with these important documents.
Wait. What if my gram taught me this trick one time. I'm gonna take one of the pieces of paper and hold it up to like the light and see if there's like a something like that'll happen because of it. Sometimes it's got like a watermark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead and you raise it up to the light of the moon, and a special kind of thieves' ink comes alive in the full moon. Only under the full moon. You're so lucky it's a full moon out.
Holy shit!
But yeah, with kind of holding it up, you can see that a couple of lines connect the different letters of the words, and it almost looks like a bunch of symbols now, rather than letters in certain areas. It's kind of pieced together.
Okay, I got something. I don't know what it is, but I got something here. Somebody take this from me before I fuck it up, and I'll just pass it off to anyone who's smart. Probably Val or Hadal maybe, or the captain. Just whoever will take it from me. There's a secret. There's stuff.
Yeah.
It was glowing with thieves' cant.
It kind of like almost like hidden ink, not glows, but kind of like reveals itself. Like when you hold up a $100 bill up to the light, and you can see the Ben Franklin face on the side. It kind of like
thieves can't.
Yeah. It glows thieves can't. Yeah.
It's symbols of the Illuminati.
No, faint lines kind of connect some of the letters and kind of turn that script into blocks of symbols that look intricate.
Yeah, I'll investigate that.
Can you read thieves' cant?
I can.
Whoa! Not a lie.
Okay.
Insight check.
I got a level of rogue. I'm like beginner thieves' cant.
She's roguish.
Yeah. It says along the lines of grant permission and support. Right? Thieves' cant is symbols. They mean many things, but it's like grant permission or access, support, aid, arms. You see to like chamber, throne, like office,
study.
Grant support in the office. What the
This sounds political.
Very. Grant permission and support in the office. Is that where we're meant to take him? Inside the party? Maybe some kind of chain, like a.
Maybe
This will be a symbol to someone to let us in.
Maybe you show this to the right person and they bring us in. This is like a key within the key. You get into the party and this is your second key. But who?
Grant us permission and support.
Yeah, you go in, and then all of a sudden you're walking around and you see, oh, there's the office. It's just it means this room. It's probably something like that, you know.
It just seems a little bit risky even carrying this document because it basically implicates us in like the kidnapping and trafficking of this highly wanted fugitive.
It's proof. I don't know. I don't like the way this sounds.
Yeah, a lot of unknowns.
I think definitely if you want to check it out first and find
We
whoever is supposed to be granting us permission the
We
first
need-
night.
We need a way to bring this in and for it to be impossible for it to be found on us. No, like we almost need it in the moment, but can't have it on us before that. No.
Yeah, we need like a wrist pocket. You ever seen that spell? You can just like poof
Yeah.
something small away, in your body. It's crazy.
But they can't. Can somebody magically see the pocket on your wrist?
I don't know. We'd have to consult some sort of magic
I
man.
don't deal with magic a lot, but is there ways
Yeah.
to summon something? Is there a way to huzzah? You know, you pull the rabbit out of the hat. That's as far as I know. Where's the rabbit before the hat?
Did we
Next
end
turn-
up that if we had that grime hook pizza box,
Oh,
we could have just
the DM
Fuck
just
it out
brought
like
it in now.
Yeah, should we go
Yeah.
back and get it?
I don't know, it's
What
pretty far
about
back.
sides of
And I think I know
Box?
approximately.
I don't think we got time.
We've got it marked on our map.
Hey, can I fold the boat back into the box and then see if I can detect magic on it? Like if we were to hide something inside the boat box?
Try to detect it inside the boat or whatever.
Yeah.
What does it say about storage? Like, does it hold storage in there, or will it like shunt it out at
It
like
can
the
be
bottom of the
opened
item or
to
something?
store items inside.
Okay, cool.
It weighs 4 pounds and it floats.
But it's also a lot of storage that ends up in a small-ish box, right? It's like bigger than a
Mhm.
shoebox for the most part.
Yeah, 12 inches long, 6 inches wide, and 6 inches deep. So probably like a shoebox size.
Yeah, I'm just saying that sounds extra planar to me, or like we may be getting into like pocket plane territory, you know,
I mean,
which would be good, I think, for trying not to get some shit detected. But
What if I baked it into a pie?
and brought a pie to the party. It's not really a potluck.
But this is kind. It will look very quirky coming from me. That I'm different. I'm from the over up north. We do this for party.
I like it.
Yeah,
Miwa,
soggy.
do you think that you could possibly use your connections to get inside of the event before it started?
Of course. I can always find a place to perform where I receive free lodging and food of a modest or comfortable standard, as long as I perform each night. In addition, my performance makes me something of a local figure. When strangers recognize me in a town I have performed, they typically take a liking to me.
It's great you know all that about yourself, mate.
One needs to delve deep before.
Yeah, that was like a full
It's very
explosion of
insightful. Yeah.
of everything.
It's
you
my Match.com profile description.
You said you mentioned another name for it, Miwa. What was that?
The Tańspański. I think I have heard something like this in Volkovic, but I'm not sure.
Say it again. What's the word?
Tańspański.
Tańspański?
The the Lord's Dance. I just figured it out now. Lord's Dance, Times Pansky is same
you're-
words.
And you're saying that there is a chance for. You're saying that this is a fighting thing?
Where I come from, it is similar. All of the big head go together. You show up and you fight a wrestling tourney for honor. It's probably the same thing.
I've got to go to Volkovic someday.
If they wouldn't keep a
It's
fighter
nice
without
place.
weapons, they probably wouldn't check them as much. Is there a way that you think you could get into this Lord's Dance on your own?
My body is a weapon. Yes. Sure. Yes, I can deceive. I can deceive and or not. I can say
I will not tell them truth.
truth or not. This is fine.
Ask around. It's an idea. See if there's a way to fight your way in.
I could come as a popular figure like Hulk Hogan, as before I mentioned, Dwayne the Crockpot Johnson, all good. John Cena.
And these wrestlers, they're also chef wrestlers.
Of course, this is my only. It's really.
It's a whole league of chef wrestlers.
No, this is just alter egos, but I kind of like to stick in.
Oh, I see.
I
These
like
are
to
you.
do.
John Xena. John Xena, warrior princess.
John Cena actually already is pretty solid.
Stormfruit Steve Austin. This is whatever is most popular. The Undercooker, I think I mentioned. Sugar Cane. These are classics here. Man. Brother, I think
with any of these. It's an idea. If it is the sort of party I've heard about, it's they play for. They used to, they play for silver. They play for life. There, it's a place where there's not many rules, because these are the people that enforce the rules, that create rules. These are the people that they don't live by them themselves. They just create the structures that we live in. So maybe they have some sort of some sort of bugbear pit or something.
Is there an opportunity for us to be able to confirm exactly if this is a dance, if it's some sort of fighting spectacle, some sort of combination of the two? I'm surely there's someone we can ask for more details. In the meantime, though, we can actually find all that tomorrow.
It is. Oh no, it's almost not full moon. Don't we need to go to Lono?
Seems like we'd better hurry.
Full moon is not reflecting in my mirror.
There won't be another full moon until tomorrow.
The moon is almost full. Don't worry. Some of the folks we might talk to about signing up for the race might know a bit more about what the party's theme is this year. Maybe we could ask around later.
Oh, I don't really care for theme parties too much, but
cool, just to know if there'll be a bugbear pit or not, if that's a normal thing.
Unless it's ocean themed.
Maybe theme is political ransom exchange.
Oh, that would
be perfect.
That would be brilliant. Everyone has some sort of servant in chains. They're all handing them off and stuff like that. That's like the theme of the whole party. That'd
you have amazing. The money, because give me the money and I'll give you the.
Everybody's asking for money and trade money and like chained up slaves. That'd be wild.
Show me the stuff first. I said you come alone.
They're just saying the same thing. I said no cops. No cops. No cops.
You're sick.
All right. What do you guys get into?
Captain, maybe you could find out more information. We're going to be taking Lono to the temple of the
Silver Sisters. The Silver Sisters.
The Silver Sisters. That's right. And see if we can't get his mind a little, less
unscrambled.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep Koa here. I think it's best. We have 2 assets on board, and I think that Koa should stay with us just in case. For right now, I don't like the idea of both of them leaving.
Yeah.
So take Lono with you. Find out what you need to find. Koa will be with me. We will be in the in my quarters, and I will be finishing up the paperwork and be looking into this more.
And Captain, if I may, and I know that this probably crossed your mind as well, but just to double, just to remind, obviously the irregulars know where we are. If this messenger was able to find us, so I think it might be prudent to have a pretty serious guard posted at all times.
Could park the boat back at Val's place.
I mean, whichever docks are most secure, I think would be prudent.
Where are we docked right now?
I thought you were still at Val's place.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Maybe we should park elsewhere. Then.
Do you think bringing Koa with you would be the best then?
No, absolutely not. But
I don't think it'd be any better or worse. We just don't know what's happening, you know. I could leave Murray as like a getaway for the little guy if he needs.
I only meant that maybe just keep maybe more than that normal crew on watch through the night. And
all right, it's not a bad idea. I'll give everybody a work break, and we'll just keep our eyes open for the night watch.
And we'll be back as soon as we're able.
All right. Well, careful getting there. Careful coming back. Head on a swivel.
Sweet.
Sweet.
When in Cobus,
Oh, yeah.
Cobus, of course.
Hey, before we head out, could I ask Koa what he's meant to have done? Or is there...
Man, I don't know. I don't even know how much I'm allowed to say right now, right? Like, basically, I woke up one morning. There's a dead princess on my floor. Next thing you know, my husband's gone. I'm looking around for him. And I see a ship, leaving. I chase that boat all the way down the shoreline. I get to Theed. I meet these guys. We break we break onto a bigger ship for the government. We get off that ship. We go out. We destroy another ship. Again, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. And along the way, we managed to, the ship that we destroyed along the way had Lono on it. It was the ship I was chasing the whole time. It was caught up for some reason. There was this crazy monster on there that was making everyone crazy, including Lono. Now we're on our ship. We get all the way out here. We meet you guys, and now we get this letter.
That was a solid recap. That's like the buddy from Ant-Man.
I don't know. Did I say too much?
You said...
No, I get a sense. I get a feeling.
There was this guy, Ron Abuelo, I didn't say anything about. So you don't know everything.
No, dear, go back. You said you broke onto a government ship. What government?
The government? The.
In Theed.
Hey, make him roll an insight check. He has -1 to charisma, remember? He was our worst charisma guy, and he was always having to make charisma checks.
I don't know, man.
Nat 20.
Guys don't lie. I don't remember.
And a dead princess? Do you have princess of where exactly?
I also don't remember that.
That I feel like that's 100%. He doesn't. That's the truth, and he doesn't remember that much about it.
All right, and you're wanted for having
I
woke
don't
up.
remember. Maybe.
All right, you stay safe. We'll get your guy fixed up.
Is he my guy? He is. So keep him safe. If you don't, I'm gonna, come looking.
Okay, dear. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Be
uh,
be careful.
We will, and we go. And we-
Hey, mate, did you want to have Murray around just in case?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm going to take 10 minutes to summon a Murray
Okay.
back into Murray form. So the other dinosaur disappeared wherever he was still at in the paddock.
The captain comes up to Val before she goes back into her room. So when I said that we're not involved with anything political, I meant we're about to not be involved with anything political. That we are finishing up something right now, but then after that we are open seas, free as can be, nothing.
and we're
But for
definitely
right
not
now-
running for office of any kind. So, I mean, if that's what you meant, then nothing to worry about there.
Exactly. So for this, I would like for you to go in order to keep our assets safe. But if you wish to, you and Naughty can hang off to the side and be kind of a hidden support system if you want to be, or if you want to stay
at
on
the
the ship,
party or at the getting this crazy guy fixed?
getting the crazy guy fixed.
Oh, I'm not scared of those silver sisters. They're creepy, but they're not.
All right, well, I
know.
just wanted to give you the option. I'm a fair captain. But or you can stay on board and you can look after us and keep working.
No, I think I've got all the information I'm gonna get out to. Well, I'll go out with these folks. I'm really curious if you know what you're getting into here.
I thought we knew, but we are still learning. But that means that nothing is for sure. It means that there's still a lot of the game to be played, a lot of things to find out. It's a lot of room for improvisation.
The players that are playing this game don't play by any rules. This is
You're paddling on the folding boat. You just you got a couple of oars packed away in there. There is a few packs of crackers, a few bottles of water, a life jacket, a signaling device. It's like a whistle. There's like a little emergency mirror, a flare, everything to be legal. And you guys are kind of paddling on the outside of Cobus proper. You see on the beaches that face out like the main bays as you guys kind of paddle around on the outside. You see bunch of lights and beach fires happening. It looks like there's music being played. People are celebrating in the distance. You see fire dancers on the top of dinosaurs kind of moving around in the distance. They're up higher than other people. A few people soar through the sky on pterodactyls, just following the breeze kind of lazily like seagulls. At the end of the day, as it gets darker and darker, you make your way across the main bay in Cobus. Is there anything you guys want to talk about, do, or you just beelining it straight to the lighthouse that you see in the distance?
I'd like to get a few things straight on the way, if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right. Tell me all the things that other guy forgot. Where's the princess from? What's he wanted for? What ships have you been messing around with? You guys are playing around with some serious stuff here.
But the less we say, the less we play. Hmm?
You're playing
You know,
it, whether it's or
while
not.
while that does run me, though, I'm not sure it makes any sense.
I think it makes perfect.
It makes more sense in Volkovikian.
In the original Volkovikian.
And
I guess how about this? Can I do an insight check on Val to see if I think that she would somehow endanger our mission if she knew the details?
Ooh, what am I
That's
rolling
good.
again?
Yeah.
Let me, hey, Hadal,
Deception or persuasion.
let me whisper something in your ear, Hadal.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the help action, mate. I'm
Okay.
gonna give you the help action.
Again, against my deception or
Wow.
persuasion, I just want to.
Hey, man, we could all
Whichever one you
combine with
choose.
A little help from our friends. You know what I mean? It's the best kind of help there is.
Okay.
Well, I got a 14, which is not very good.
Well, I got a 12, so lucky you.
Hooray! So
Will
do I mean,
intrigue
yeah, I think you can answer that. Like, would I, reading your vibe and everything, think that you would, like, I don't know, compromise this if you knew the details? Obviously you might not want to be involved, but would you, like, report us or try to steal Lono or Koa or something like that?
Ask it in character.
Okay. Listen, Val, it's not my nature to want to keep you in the dark, but I mean, yes, indeed, we are messing with some sort of powerful forces. Our companion here, Lono, as well as Koa, are
Hey, mate. Hey, sound carries over water.
Yeah,
So we
okay.
should-
I just want to make sure you can hear me through the Skype, but yes. So
Yeah.
I would like to level with you, but I need to feel confident that that what I tell you remains with you, and you and Naughty. I suppose you could tell Naughty as well, and that would probably be fine. I assume he doesn't speak. Can I trust you?
I'm not taking this information anywhere. It's me who wants to know what you're implicating me in. It's just for my own safety. I'm not trying to steal your take or anything like that. I just want to know what you're playing with, because I don't think you know.
I saved the life of Queen. We was on a riverboat, right? And it exploded. And I happened to be able to save the royal queen, I believe, Alia Khan, from Al-Kahari. I met with her later, and she tasked me to find out who killed her daughter, the princess of Al-Kahari.
And you know who did then?
No, not yet. But
our friends, Koa and Lono, have been sort of framed for it.
It's a patsy job. It's a patsy job.
It sounds like it might have been a patsy job, and we have been hired to retrieve Koa and give him up to a dodgy organization that we don't know so much about called the Irregulars. We broke Lono out of the custody of some, I think, perhaps bounty hunters that were intending to turn him into the kingdom. So both Koa and Lono are wanted by the kingdom, and we are going to not let them have them if we can help it. But we do intend to turn Koa in for money. And right now we are trying to get Lono's mind a little bit prepared.
And get him back.
And get him back if we can.
And also, on side note, we released some type of cyborg otter guy. Not this gentleman here, but someone similar. But it's a. I think they
Wait.
will come back later.
Wait, you said a cyborg otter?
Yes, I thought this was known, but this is
We
not.
can assume that it was known. That
Okay.
And perhaps maybe you might know something about that. I don't know if you, I mean, being familiar with Newcraft, apparently this was some sort of cyborg otter that was created. But
Very cute, very name was Beast, but tiny.
incredibly deadly from what I was
Killed
told.
everyone. Oh,
Absolutely.
Would I
Absolutely.
know?
Blood. It was a
Would I-
bloodbath. I think is what it
Disgusting.
was.
Would I know about the
Yeah, go ahead and roll a
cyber
history check.
otter?
They called it the machine. I remember
Oh,
that's what
machine.
Nadir said later.
Maybe.
That is a 21.
Nice.
Have you ever heard of the Newcraft Research Vessel 32? Because that's what the machine was shipped on. That's what Nadir told me.
Your knowledge of Newcraft kind of extends to like a really fancy trade school tourist trap kind of thing. You know that you're not working at the main facility, but kind of like a like its biggest outpost, kind of, you know, like the biggest place with like with access to for anyone. That you have heard of, that Newcraft's been around for a while, that they've done sort of genetic testing, and through that they have brought dinosaurs back to Cobus after a while, after they had been extinct. You know that they have better tech than you all have access to at the school, but you haven't seen or heard of anything with any sort of ill intention, or anything like that.
Fruit, maracuja.
Yeah, it's they might have been working on something like that. I've heard, you know, bits and pieces of research about genetic tests, like extensions of what they did for the dinosaurs, but they weren't doing that kind of thing at this facility. Newcraft's got other facilities around, hidden up in the islands, but yeah, it's entirely possible.
You've never seen like cyborg dinosaurs?
It wouldn't be a stretch for them. I mean,
Hmm.
I know they work on defense. Kind of anyone can fund research or commission things from them, and they've got the technology. Wouldn't be a stretch at all. That's concerning. Where did you see this fellow?
This guy was on well, I
He
believe
was
it
on
was Miwo and Nadir. They broke onto a kingdom ship. I think it was the Judgment, and they let him loose, and he did a number on some sort of mage that they had there, like actually kind of like a similar style to you. You ever heard of what was it, Artificer? Did we get that guy's name?
I don't
Probably
know.
not.
Gildacrass? The master maker?
Oh,
Hey,
Horacius.
as we're paddling around the island, do we see the Judgment docked?
Ooh, yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, in the main area. Yeah, go ahead and look for the Judgment. Do a perception check.
13.
Standing high above it, you see what could be silhouetted in the moonlight. I'm
A
like,
large ship. Yeah,
I-
I'm sure.
water.
No, you don't see the Judgment. There's
Blood.
ships kind of out in the distance. Ships are coming in still, but as of now, looking around, you hearing the name, the Judgment. Kind of, you look around for the ship, for that specific ship, and you do not see it.
It's a
Right.
big old boy.
Yeah, I know. Wow, boys, this is a lot.
But just think of
This
it.
is a
Yeah,
lot.
it's just a hump we got to get over, and then we get to go explore the 1,000 islands.
10,000, mate.
10,000. That's right. Thank you.
Whole order of magnitude more.
I
It's
know. My bad.
all right, so Koa is wanted for the murder of an Alkahari princess. Wanted by the kingdom.
Yeah. So that look, he's a patsy. We ain't figured out who's pulling the strings quite yet, but I'm pretty sure it's got to be the kingdom. So the kingdom's power is all about controlling the trade lanes, north of the 10,000 islands. So if we can find a charter course through them bad boys, then we're in charge. We're the rich guys. We're the shipping kings or whatever. That's the plan, I think.
Yeah,
Some
that'd be
such.
great.
True freedom, exploration, adventure. That's what over this hump though. We gotta get over these last couple humps.
And
It's the wee hump at turning in a political prisoner.
and if I may, Val, seeing as one good turn deserves another, I feel like I've gotten the sense that perhaps you're in some sort of state of evading the law yourself. Am I right?
Ooh.
Aye. Yeah, there's.
Care to elaborate?
Yeah, I forgot about that. What the fuck's up with you, huh?
Enough of us. How are you politically involved with the government?
That's not something you hear every day.
Well, knowing what I know now about what you're tied up in, suppose I should reintroduce myself. Valerie Hawk, firstborn of the 12th house. At least last I heard the rankings. Wanted for high treason and theft of government property.
Oh, naughty boy.
Naughty boy.
Naughty. Okay.
And is the theft of Naughty, was that what was that the treason?
That and deserting and
You were part of the Kingdom Navy.
the RGS for a bit there. Royal Geographical Society.
Oh, I'm in that.
Oh, are you? Well,
Yeah, I'm in that.
He's like a junior member. I mean, he's really just joined, really.
no, they do a good work, but higher up you get, the more. It's not just pure scientific research there.
So do you mean to say that they were doing things that you disagreed with morally, and that's why you took your leave?
I took my leave because I didn't want to play that fucking game anymore. Just wanted to find that true freedom, I suppose.
I can
Not to
certainly
become
understand
a predator like the rest of them. So.
Forgive me, Lady Hawk, but I'm not that
Oh,
well.
don't fucking no.
Yeah,
we'll
me
cut that
lady.
off right away.
It was actually part of my question. I don't. Is the 12th house? Is it kind of high up on the list? I don't really know how many there are. I'm not really from here.
There's 50.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good then. So does that mean you're, wealthy?
I was. Yeah. Giving all that up kind of came with the freedom. So
freedom has its price,
Freedom isn't free. Oh,
that is.
that's the first phrase you actually said that made sense. That's
Jacob, I don't know if you were practicing, but you're muted.
I was absolutely muted. I said a lot of the
He's
time
just in the
that
back of the boat like a
the
thought.
stuff that we own ends up owning us, right? Read that in the book one time, right? Remembered it up here, right? Sometimes freedom comes in limitations, right? Giving things up rather than having it all.
Ain't that the truth? And now you lot are tied up in it. You're about to walk into the lion's den. All these, the folks at that party are going to be the very same, the ones that are orchestrating all of this nonsense.
But Val, ask yourself, truly, being in our cohort, will it give you more freedom or less? This is a question for you.
We do have a ship.
That's...
And a folding boat.
It's true. It's true. We do have a
Flat-sided.
folding boat. And it's also true that we do have a job to do here that's going to get us a little close to the danger. But after that, we intend to go pretty deep into the 10,000 Islands. And I think at least there you will be considerably safer from the kingdom than you are here on Kobus.
If you can get away clean from this, you think you're just going to drop him off, walking into here with
The real
the
question.
most powerful people.
Listen, I completely agree with what you're saying. The real question, Hadal, how much does the captain owe for the rest of this job? Because she was fronted half of it, that outfitted the ship with the engine. So essentially this catches her up. What is that dollar sign? And is it small enough to just say fuck it and go and just fucking go, you know? Just fucking go, because after this they're gonna be after us anyway if we get him back, and you know people are gonna be mad.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose if it's true, if they know it was us that rescued Koa after turning him in, indeed, they would be after us. However, if we abandon the job, they will also be after us for sure, and they would definitely know it was us that just, you know, took their money and ran. So I don't know which is better.
Did that Schmitty bloke see Koa when he came to deliver the message?
No, I believe not. I believe Koa was down below deck.
Correct.
I will say one attractive thing about this idea is if they're planning to take down the folks at the party, something about granting us support and permission there makes it seem like
We're there to aid something.
Yeah, that is intriguing.
It is intriguing.
More than running. I'd love to be rid of the problem for good, you know what I mean? If we could go out with a bang.
See, Val, you're in this. We was talking about humps earlier, and then I'm like, let's just get the fuck out. And now you're like, well, we could really do something here.
I mean, at least in the short run, I think we can be confident that the kingdom not getting their hands on Lono and Koa would be in all of our best interest, because a stronger kingdom is a threat to us all. So, you know, we definitely, you know, want to thwart them if we can.
Aye.
That sounds awfully political.
Well, we wouldn't want to go out of our way to do it, you know.
If it happens,
yeah, I mean, in the midst of making some scratch, I think it would be, you know.
Might as well itch our itch.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I go in there, I want to take someone down with me, you know.
Like someone in particular?
As many of them as I can.
Okay, that's a bit.
This is a suicide mission.
Sounds a bit much. Yeah, my plan was a little more.
I was just thinking about not eating a
sneaky.
top hat.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh,
where I
pretty
thought we were. I thought we was going to that, not like killing a bunch of princes and stuff. But
I mean, we could just get Naughty a top hat anyway. We don't really have to do that just for the sake
We
of the party.
don't, yeah. Why
now
don't we
that
all
you
have...
mentioned it, I'm not going to be able to think about anything else.
You know what? Top hats all around. Top hats all around. That's right. Now you have to buy your own, but everybody gets one.
Yes.
Well, and then what's this guy's deal? Like pointing at Lono just babbling in the back.
Yeah, he had his.
Put the hat on top because
It's got a
His-
top hat.
He had. We mentioned there was some sort of or Koa mentioned there was some sort of like monster mind delving creature, and he did a bit of a number on our friend here, and so that's why we're on our way to get him.
I'm the
Ew.
rabbit you pull out of the top hat. You know, you ever see that trick? That's a good one right there.
he has his sayings. Yes, this is good.
I think when they unscramble his brain, I mean, I think he's going to start making a lot more sense.
He was
And I look
there
forward to
then,
that day.
too.
We're making lessons. Everything he says.
I'm not sure he could make less sense, so I mean, it's got to either be the same or more.
Was
It
there
sounds
we
so-
ever anywhere? Right. I killed her. I didn't kill her. I see both things happening. They're both real to all of us, right? I got the blood on my hands regardless, right? If you can imagine it, have you actually done it? What are memories? What is the past, right? Is any of it real? Is it all real?
He'll just keep going on like that
I
for
think, yeah, let's
a
just
while.
maybe he's got some
We
actual
must be
information about
close.
what happened.
We must be
Yeah,
close
can
to
anybody
that.
see the light?
Is there We are here. Oh wow! We are here already. Turns out it was here all along.
Yeah. You travel at the speed of narrative out here in this campaign.
Hey,
Oh, that's-
Hadal,
that's
on the
good.
way, Hadal, on the way back, I want to see how fast you can make this boat go.
Oh, like maybe hang off the back and like paddle it by pushing it.
No, use your.
Turn into
Aren't you the
gorilla.
dick mage? Can't you do some kind of dick mage magic?
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, we could unfold it one size bigger into the small sailing ship, and I could maybe use some wind magic. Yeah, sure.
God.
It's like it's not even that cool to him. It's baffling.
I mean, it's just my job, really.
Yeah, right.
So.
All right, on the way out. On the way out.
You're
This is
muted.
the way up. Here's the entrance.
Oh, this is a really. I'm sure he's saying a banger right now.
Surely this time he's practicing.
Time for witches, witches, witches.
Ah! You guys turn the corner around like a rocky outcropping, and there are several figures in long robes, hooded in the night. And one of them steps forward to you. The dawn comes for us all. Quickly inside.
Yes, ma'am.
And they start to head back up to the kind of, it's a rocky kind of, I mean, you can see the sea, the waves splashing up on sides of this rocky outcropping. The stone is wet. There's a few kind of plants that might cling on in between the rocks that live out here in this area. Let me pull up. I kind of have a general vibe picture right here. I got to use my art more. I spend so much time at work looking at Discord, looking for different arts and stuff like that, and of different things. And
This seems like some type of like a movie clip. Ooh, what the fuck is this AI shit?
He made
Yeah.
that with his mind.
He painted it.
He made it with his art.
His art. Oh, he made that with his art.
Hang on, sorry. AI art. That's a major you can take at a STEAM school.
That's a STEAM school.
Dude, come on,
It
man.
was that's the science and art
Technology,
academies.
engineering, arts, math.
Science, technology, artificial intelligence, engineering, math.
Stein.
Dave.
Science.
I stood at Stein.
If I have a moment to whisper to my companions, I want to be like, all right, so it would be, I think, ideal that they do not know who our companion is. If we can keep that on the low, I'm not sure if it will be possible. If it is not, we may have to kill them all. So just keep that in mind.
Adele,
I'm not fighting these bitches.
I have sinking suspicion that we are outmatched and that they know everything already.
I think they're like separate from everything, you know, like their own
They
kind
float
of
on top.
thing.
They float on top like oil.
Let us hope that is true, my friend.
Well, Nadir was a good guy, you know.
Adventure
I will
awaits.
taste their blood.
Okay. That was a different.
Oh,
That was not,
dude.
I think we'll be
okay.
fine. I think we'll be fine. Nadir was a good gal. These ladies were very accommodating and hospitable last time, so I think we're fine. I
will taste their blood.
Creepy as fuck. Standing well back.
You guys walk the staircase up to this lighthouse. There is this stream of light, of white light, that kind of just passes over you occasionally, and it just like a lighthouse beacon stretching out. As you guys get closer and closer, you're occasionally flashed by this light. You walk up the stairs of this tower, and these stone steps. Inside, you just hear kind of like humming, chanting, oh, real minor key kind of, as you guys walk through the darkness, and you just follow this vigil of Silver Sisters up. You get to an open area that has pillars surrounding this circular room. Stairs kind of keep leading up higher into it, but it looks like now you're kind of in an open chamber that looks around outside. You can see the flash of light in the distance. You can see the lights of the city of Cobus behind you. You see the ocean out, and you can even see some stars. These ceilings are kind of high, maybe 20 feet above you. And so you have a little bit of view out here, but you're very exposed. The cool night wind catches you out here, and you can see the full moon kind of rising up over the edge of the water in the distance, kind of like a moonrise happening. So it's like halfway there, right? And slowly moving up. The Silver Sisters, one of them says to you, are experts in the lunar recollection. We weave the light of memory for it to find its true source. We will perform what we call a moon weaving for your friend here. Our gratitude again goes out to you for bringing back the shield of one of our fallen allies, our sister Nadir.
Bang, bang, bang.
Wait, what was the big
If you
thing?
could present your friend and the shield, please.
We grab Lono.
Did we bring the shield?
Oh yeah, I got the shield.
Where carries it? He wields it.
That's the thing about memories, right? What are they? Do they really even exist? Is it all just reality that we can't escape right now? Is it gonna just drive us all mad? That's the question. Right?
Sister, you can see, obviously, we desperately need your help. His mind is absolutely befuddled.
If you can retain like 5%, this is be perfect.
We navigate the recesses of the mind akin to walking moonlit gardens surrounded in mist. Sometimes we are obscured by dark magics, by hope, by fear, trauma. But through them, we should be able to unravel this chaos and find truth in it. For the truth is like the full moon. It may be lost, but it will eventually be found and come again.
Once those clouds, yeah, right.
Or just tomorrow.
The sisters kind of sit around, and some of them start to sing different octaves, different keys, as in this sort of like chaos of singing. Like there's just like one sister in the back, just and they all just start like, and this chaos, this cacophony of sound starts to come from all of these sisters. You start to see figures moving in circles back and forth, different rings of people sitting around, moving in different directions. And they lay Lono down in the middle of this circle. And they take the shield of Nadir and they put it on top of Lono as he kind of lays there on the ground. They set the shield on top of him.
Shield me from what?
They keep just the observator, as she calls herself, Sahanin, come to us in our hour of need. And they just start, you start to hear them sing Sahanin, Sahanin. And they just different octaves, different rhythms, different patterns, tonations. And through this chaos, the moon starts to fully rise above the ocean line. The light comes in and it strikes the shield, and the shield starts to glow a little bit. And beams of light start to extend off of the shield as if they're bouncing up. And as the moonrise comes in, it sprays lunar rays up onto the ceiling above you. And looking up, there's these lights that move around, reflecting off of the waves and through the sky to get here to the shield. And in those beams of light, you start to see different images. You see a hut on fire. You see Koa. You see a dead person on the ground. You see the bottom of a ship. You see the throne of a kingdom. You see a ship being destroyed and sunken. It's the rising sun. You see Hadal stabbing Sinclair into the chest and just starting to rip and tear and eat apart. You see all these images, horror, valiant, lies, reality, truth, whatever it is. You start to see just like a disco ball of light on top of you, and each one just little fragments of reality, of just
possibility.
memory that's been broken.
Sinclair, did you tell them that we really just needed the greater restoration spell?
I asked if they had any means of unscrambling somebody's mind, and they said yeah. So
we got this. Yeah, bring him over on Friday. We've got a party plan.
Yeah, just wait a little bit.
Okay,
They're still doing stuff.
These things all happen. What is this?
No, they haven't. Some maybe I don't know. It's like potentials or like possible outcomes, and I don't know. Flip a coin. and you did something else. It's one of these. I don't know.
You're getting torn apart in a lot of these.
Yeah, I only saw 2 or 3. Did you see a lot more than that?
Yeah, over here on this side, there's
Oh,
some
fuck
really
me.
fun ones.
Very cool. I dunk you like basketball. Triple fire.
I can
In the
burn at night.
darkness, there is one light that shines through. In the chaos, there is one light that shines through. Sehanin, grant us your light. And they start to sing. And what happens is some of the sisters start to sync up with each other, and they sing similar patterns, and different bits of light start to converge with each other. Different realities start to meld into larger, like when I was thinking of this, I was thinking of like a pinhole camera. If you do like a small bit of light in a very dark room, just a little pin, like a golf ball size hole in the wall of a dark room, you'll actually get like a weird image on the wall of what's outside. It's some of the earliest cameras. And so just imagine watching in kind of like these projections of reality kind of meld together, false ones falling away, the impossible false, right? Many Sinclair die, and there's still a few around, but they start to bring together, and then through it, you start to hear a whisper.
That's right, you don't remember anything. Yes, you killed her. You killed her this whole time. You've been guilty of this your whole life. Your whole existence was to murder her.
False voices speak from the depths. What creature did this? The observer screams out around this cacophony. There's a voice coming from the depths. What was this?
That
Does it
was
seem like asking us?
She's asking you.
Grime Hook. The guy that scrambled. That's the thing that scrambled his brain. Grime Hook.
Creatures from the abyss. This is primordial magic. This is older than the moon.
That's bad.
They just go back. Lincoln, my
Well, they got to you too.
Oh,
I'm being moved over my own narration over
no.
here. Sorry,
Pretend,
Ken. They start to take strands of light. The observer kind of kneels over Lono and starts to weave her fingers in and out of the light, like playing a harp. And you see her scattering different possibilities away, and they just kind of blink out and flash out the sides of this temple as she starts to peel back. There's truth in here. I can feel it. Oh, Sehanin, give us guidance. And she starts pulling it away further and further until you see this moment projected above onto the ceiling. It's Lono being taken away onto the Crimson Tide willingly. And behind him, being brought is the Princess Alia, as she's smiling at him. Fire burns behind her, and her smile turns into a panic and a desperation. And the last thing Lono sees is, before he's kind of swifted away onto the boat, is that Alia is not coming with him. And panic, as you start to see him searching around, the memory being kind of strung and woven back together, you start to see him trying to escape on the boat, on the Crimson Tide. You see him trying to mock Grimehook and fight back. You see what happened before all of this. You see him laying in bed, falling asleep next to Koa. You see happiness and dancing in the community. And you see...
Does it look like a cult?
What's that?
The community, does it look like a cult?
It looks very culty. Everybody's
look
wearing
really
a lot
heavy.
of wooden beads, a lot of white linen,
Open
very
shirts.
open shirt, very flowy out here. Yeah,
With darkness
you
behind
you can smell the patchouli in this place. I mean, you can smell the patchouli in this memory.
I see. Damn.
Yeah.
Must be strong then.
Actually strong.
And as it's woven kind of back together, one beam of light remains coming off of the shield, and as the sun or as the moon keeps rising, you see it now starting to disappear on the ceiling, right? So the ceiling's above you and the moon is kind of starting to rise up, and the ceiling is blocking your view from the moon, and the light kind of fades away, and the sisters kind of end with this solid kind of uniform. It has been completed. The moon weaving. His memory should be restored. Again, we thank you for your acts, for watching out for our sister, and for abiding by her call. You do not understand this, but you are agents of change. But change is not always a bad thing. You have greater parts to play in this story. Here, today, we give you a small chapter. We look forward to seeing what comes about in the future from all of you.
Sister, if I may ask, the visions that we saw on the ceiling, are they things that will come to pass?
No, they are lies. They are lies in the sense of they don't exist in reality as we know it here. This creature from the abyss is not from a direct connection from our reality. They are from another sort. They fractal memory. They break it apart, they scatter it, and they connect it to different realities. So often, if your friend was speaking, they would be speaking the truth at all time, but not the truth that is based in this life, that we live here. Could it happen? Those things are happening now as we speak, just not here.
Well, I'm glad I'm here, and I'm gonna hand her a coin purse with 50 gold in it for her services and as a donation.
Remember that
Many thanks.
change is not always a bad thing.
What a good thing.
If I may, sister, ask one more favor from you, we would really appreciate your discretion. We are a little bit concerned about the safety of our friend, and it would be, it could be very dangerous for his whereabouts to be known by the kingdom, or maybe some others as well.
We are unconcerned with the comings and goings of politics and ego. There is a larger change happening in this world that we are watchers of. Soon, all of this may not exist anymore. Or maybe it will remain. It is not our part to interfere or cast judgment, just to watch, simply to watch.
And see which outcome comes out, I guess you'd say.
We abide by what the Moon Weaver tells us to. We follow her guidance.
Well, we thank you.
You having come here has shown us that she indeed has plans laid out.
Oh,
In many ways, you fulfill purpose or prophecy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is he pieced back together then?
You will find your friend fully restored.
I poke him. I poke his shoulder as he's laying
Hey,
there.
man. Whoa. Listen, all right. I don't need to be woken up like that, all right? Listen, this boat, what the hell? Where am I? Whoa.
Try to stay calm, mate.
Well, who are you all?
Hey,
What's going on?
Lono,
we're friends of
okay.
Koa's.
It's Miwo. Miłosz Broswak. This is fine.
I don't know Miwo, but
Yeah.
you said Koa, right?
Koa. We're with Koa.
Fuck you. Who are you talking about? What's your plan? What's this? What is this?
You had your brain scrambled, and we just had these ladies unscramble you. We've got your husband, Koa. He's on our boat. He's our buddy. He's our pal.
All right.
You know Koa, right? You remember
proof
Koa?
of this? Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
What
Do we?
what kind of proof you got?
Hey, I got you one better. Val, show him the folding boat.
Are all of these ladies right here? Are they on your boat too? Is this part of your crew?
No, they was just helping. They was just healing you. Take a look at this folding. Take it. Yeah, you are on Cobus. Now also, but take a look at this folding boat, or this box. It's got a folding boat in it, and your mate Koa thought it was really cool. Is this something that look deep in your heart? Is this something Koa would think was really cool?
Yeah, he would think it's pretty cool, right? You say there's a whole boat in there? Yeah,
It's a whole
pretty
boat.
Cool. Yeah, he'd like that. Yeah, I could
chance.
see that. That checks out. All right, you passed the first step. Now, what? Does somebody want to explain what's going on to me right now? Who do you all work for? What is the purpose of all of this right now? Right? Why am I here?
I think that's a question we all ask ourselves, Lono, and I don't think we can answer it for you.
We helped you. We have helped you. We are not. Look at your hands. No chains.
You've been on our boat for about 2 months now. We left feed. We broke you out. They had a primordial, abyssal, magic thing scramble your brain, because you guys were framed for killing a princess. You remember any of that?
Yeah.
I remember Alia. She was there that night. Where's she right now? She can explain a lot of this, right?
We think I grab his shoulders. We think she's dead, mate. She's dead. I haven't seen her body, but she's dead, mate.
Lono,
and they think you guys did it.
Sinclair's pretty sure they're making a patsy of you. He's emphasized that really at every turn.
Is it patsy?
They've tried whoever is behind this has tried to frame you for her murder.
They've done a good job. Very professional.
They got me on board that boat because of her, and then they killed her. They used her as a patsy to get me on that boat. Wouldn't have left if it wasn't for her.
It's patsies on patsies on patsies.
Why were you
patsies all the way down?
It's patsies.
How did you know her before?
And patsies.
She was my fiance.
A princess of Al-Kahari was your fiancée. I thought Koa was your husband.
Yeah.
The community is pretty loosey goosey with their entanglements, as far as I understand.
It wasn't a romantic sort of thing or anything like that. No, it was purely business. But she was a good girl. She didn't deserve anything, right?
Wait,
anything horrible to happen to her.
Said business?
Lono, what do you mean?
What business did you have being arranged with
no
a princess?
business of mine, right? I thought she was always nice. She was a great girl. She was just a little focused. Her eyes were on that prize, right? The big one upstairs, right?
Lono, I'm sorry. So did you but you were engaged to her, but you're saying that it wasn't romantic. It was.
I mean, are you really engaged to somebody when you're 8 years old and you're told you're going to marry this person when you're 20?
Oh,
Yeah,
who,
no.
Who are
is
you?
who are you?
is that what you're saying happened, or are you just using that?
That's what happened. No, that's
Okay.
exactly what happened right there. I mean, we grew up knowing each other, right? We grew up, you know, like, you know, in the same circles and everything. She was great. She was just a little more focused on the whole princess thing, right?
Are you?
You know, that wasn't me, man. That wasn't Lono.
It seems you are royalty, same circles. Can you explain?
Me, yeah. I mean, in another life, I'm Lono Jobal Felia, first son of the first house.
Val walks away. Val walks away fully. What?
That
I
mate,
mean,
that
if
is
you're
incredible.
going off of old history, right? If you're
But
going
Lono,
off
aren't
of,
you-
you know,
Aren't you
blood
still in your
and-
mid-20s when you say another life? It seems like you're too young to have lived multiple lives.
Nah, man, listen, I gave it up a long time ago, right? I don't want any part of this whole thing moving around right now, right? It has to do with fathers and blood and pride and who's the son of who, right? And are they really the son because they weren't, you know, conceived of the same royal blessing as another person was, right? There's a king on the throne, and there's somebody who wants the throne, right? Who's, you know, and maybe one has the rightful heir to it, but in the end, who cares about this throne? Why do you even want it?
I completely agree, mate. This is the best
Why?
possible outcome
He's
that
a
we could have hoped for.
Are you also
throne.
royalty?
Well, look, no, he abducted. Abducted. That ain't the word. Abdicated. Abdicated. That's the word. He abdicated his throne. You know, you got a brother, you got a sister.
My father, Jobal,
Fucking
he gave it
Jabba.
up a long time ago. He was casted out of his family. He wasn't accepted, right? You know, his father, my grandfather, may have raised him, and, you know, my father may have assumed that he was going to get the throne one day, right? But that's not how blood, that's not how pride, that's not how any of this politics works, right? And so,
He set
you
it up
know,
for you.
his younger brother got it, you know, who was the true heir, right? My father was some sort of bastard, so it doesn't matter, right?
So Lono,
I
how
don't
is it that
want a part of any of this. My
how
name
is it
is
that
Lono. That's who I am right now. I'm not all those other words at the end of that. I'm just Lono.
so Lono, how is it that you were the first son of the first house if your father was a bastard and your uncle is the true heir?
My father holds a little bit of spite in his heart. My father was born before his brother, right? My uncle, the king, or whatever you want to call him, right? But my father wasn't born of some sort of royal blessing, you know. My grandfather had some sort of, you know, affair, some sort of, you know, tryst, some sort of paramour, if you will, right?
I will.
Yeah.
We all will.
I was born, you know, my father was born. He was raised as a bastard. And he may have thought, you know, down the line that, I don't know, he'd get some sort of special treatment, right? It didn't work out in his favor. He left. He threw it all away too, right? We came over to Theed when I was really young, right? He, you know, started his businesses out there, his comings and goings. And he always talked about pride and blood and all the things that we got away from. And so whenever I got old enough, I realized that no matter where I went around my family, that I would always end up talking about ego and blood and all of these things that I don't care about. So what I need to do is go out and start my own family. Now this girl Alia, right? She's a real, you know, real sweet gal, right? You saying that you haven't heard from her, or she is dead.
It's pretty. It's. I mean, I was told she was dead from her mother, so I assume she is actually dead. And they put out a manhunt for Koa. I mean,
Lono, do you know who would have done this to you and Alia and why they would try to frame you. It sounds like you are not sort of any sort of threat to the royal line.
Alia came to me, right? She was like, "Get on this boat. We have to go. Like, there is a problem with your father, with the war, and we could end up stopping it. We just have to talk to people." And I didn't want to go. I have my life. I have my people. But she convinced me that it had to do with stopping a greater evil, and that after this, there was freedom. I kept saying, after this hill, there's more freedom. After and after and after.
It's a common metaphor, yeah.
And whenever I got on that boat, I saw them cut her down, and they're saying Koa is alive, though.
Koa's alive and well, mate.
Koa is alive and back on our ship.
I'm sorry.
The last thing I saw was a burning community.
I'm imagining that we're just like standing on the dock, like in the dark, mostly just dumbstruck.
Okay. Right,
but maybe we could go ahead and head back. Lono, I think it might be a good idea to continue this conversation on the safety of the rising sun, our ship. So maybe we should get away from here.
Can we
on the last ship I got on, I saw everything that I had ever looked for in my life. Everything good was taken away from me at that moment.
Hey, Lono?
Only come up from air, mate.
We lost a friend because of you, okay? And I would like to pay I think we all should pay our respects to Nadal right now.
Nadir.
Well, I'm sorry. I said your name.
Her name is Nadir, mate.
Deal with me.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So, wait, so how far is the dock? Are we in the dock?
I don't know. I was just imagining we were not.
Sure, yeah. I didn't.
Still in the temple.
Yeah, we're like almost to the stairs leading out. Just kind of like.
Yeah.
At like the water cooler.
Or just listening to him talk.
Hey, man, we don't judge over here. We're just watching.
Can we light a candle or something? I don't know.
Do you? Oh, yeah.
There's an appropriate kind of. It's like a stained glass kind of mural. And you can add little pieces of glass to it, and as you add it, a kind of bit of moonlight scatters against one of the walls. You can, pay your respects to Nadir, and as you, I think it's kind of solemn. I think some of you kind of look up and you remember the first ceremony that you had for Nadir, and you kind of search the stars looking for that one star that kind of reminds you of her, kind of the lantern faded away into.
Is there like some sort of like altar-ish thing?
Yeah. Big altar, kind of almost looks like an organ, right? It has those different layers, but it's kind of like black stone. I'm
gonna just go up and just lay down this little seaweed doll that I made. It's a little doll. It's like tied seaweed, little arms, and it's got a little seashell shield. I'm just gonna quietly set it down there and then go back and stand beside Val and just say, you didn't get to meet Hadal. Yeah, it's a Hadal. And you say, so our friend we lost, I think we mentioned before, her name was Nadir. Sometimes people call her Nadal. But she was a sort of a priestess of Sechanin, and she was a valiant warrior. Unfortunately, she fell while we were trying to. Really, actually, it was just a revenge mission to just kill all the people who were responsible for the captivity of Lono here. I'm sorry you didn't get a chance to meet her.
You saying this to Lono?
No, to Val.
And
actually,
Lono.
Yeah,
Lono's standing there too.
Maybe Lono's standing there. Maybe I'm kind of explaining to both of them.
That was the rescue mission, right? That was when we stole Lono?
That was actually.
Or was it? That was when we went back. We went back.
It was the revenge mission. Yeah.
That's right.
It was the revenge / greed mission.
Blood leads to more
I-
blood. Fire leads to more fire. I'm
I'm
sorry
gonna-
that you lost your friend.
She was a good gal, like I said, real good gal. I'm gonna also present an item from that battle that I haven't used, which is a stun baton. And I'm gonna give it to the lady, the priestess lady, to give to the next
Mm.
kind of just
Cool.
paying shit forward. Give to the
Very
next
cool.
like whoever they send out.
All right, cool. I'm gonna write that down.
Thank you for that future Easter egg.
Yeah.
Mimo goes up to the altar as well, and also lays down a doll made out of garlic naan, which she knew that was her favorite. Her, a nandir.
She said it many times.
Nandir is what he called this bread. It's pretty dear. to
She
him, so-
loved that garlic naan.
Yeah.
It's non-dairy too.
No,
It's non-dairy garlic naan. I thought that would be a better tongue twister.
Then he whispers very, very solemnly, "There will be none like you, none before you." And that's it. And then he looks at Val.
Nods his head.
Replace her. You. Replace
I'm
her.
not trying to. I'm sorry you lost your friend. It's one of many that have been lost in this ridiculous fight.
What's that?
I'm sorry you lost your friend.
I'm sorry, guys.
She's one of many that have been lost in this ridiculous fight.
No, it's all right. It was
It
absolutely.
was quite
It was
ridiculous.
100% her fault. I mean,
Yeah,
we can't really.
She really.
She obviously wanted to go. It's it's natural. These things happen.
Unnatural, actually.
Oh, well, yeah.
Very
Just
unnatural.
method of yes. it was.
She bit off more
Cross-
than she could chew. So
Just like her nanaga.
yeah.
It's true. She didn't like to take the big bites of the garlic naan.
So I'm not
All right.
much for superstition or the gods or anything like that. But if she brought you all here together, maybe there is something we're supposed to do.
I think
It's
we're
got
doing
to
it.
mean something.
We're doing it though. That's the good news. We're doing it. We're doing something. We're on our path at least. But Lono, do you know who killed the princess?
He asked as we're
The
sailing
members
back.
of the Crimson Tide did. They had a fire mage that they brought on board. I don't know. They seem to be under orders, which is what I could get later on. I feel a train coming on, so I can't really talk right now. Give me a moment to recollect.
It's still
You all converse amongst
yeah.
yourselves, though,
Yeah.
please.
Restoration.
As the train goes by, we paddle the boat
There you go.
a little ways.
Hey, this time, maybe we unfold it to the small sailing ship
Oh,
side,
yeah.
and I'll
That's got to be the big
gust
one.
us along.
Freedom isn't free, but it is shaped like a unfolding sailing boat.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me all right if I talk like
Yeah.
this with the train?
I don't hear the train. What train?
You don't hear the train?
What train?
Kinda, just a little bit. A steady chugga.
That's all I hear over here. For
It's not that bad, yeah.
okay, as long as like they didn't blast the horn. No, man.
You're
You
muted.
muted. You,
I brought it back. I had to practice the voice.
okay.
Back into it, right? I had to step out of it for a moment. Now I'm stepping back in. Now, is the Crimson Tide. They seem to be under orders, right? To get me at whatever cost. Then they came bearing gifts, right? They brought Alia, right? She tried to convince me to get on the ship. And I don't know, I think I know her. And I know that she was always honest, right? I believe that she thought she was getting on that ship too. But when they got me, I put my guard down and they put me on that ship, and that was
That's the last they saw of me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what the Crimson Tide was after. I just heard them talking about some mission that they were on. Right? They had to bring me in. And I was headed to go face some sort of judgment. Right? That I was being brought down, and that everything was going to be good once I was turned over. Right? But they were giving me a sort of a gift to someone.
They were bringing you to the judgment.
Yeah, I guess, right? I guess. But I always wondered who was given the gift.
Am I incorrect? I thought I remember Joe Ball was one of like the grand elders of Theed, or like one of the trade lords.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Merchant lords, yeah, of Theed.
But I don't remember ever hearing that he was a bastard to like the.
He's the king's
That's a
brother.
big deal.
Yeah. But like other people would know that, and he's super famous in Theed, right?
Yeah, I don't know how much of the backstory I shared with each of you all on it, but I believe that was mentioned, that he was the bastard of the former king. I don't know. I'd have to go back into the notes. I thought that
you
was...
shared. You
You
shared
may
that.
have. I just
Yeah,
haven't read it in a couple months, probably.
Yeah, and it's lost in the chat right now.
Yeah,
I could
it's
look up Joe
gone. Yeah.
Ball. Let me look up Joe Ball.
Is it like common knowledge though that Joe Ball had
Yeah.
a son?
Okay. Joe Ball, master of the Merchants Guild, includes farmers and sailors. He controls all trade and Theed. Older half brother to the king. His motives are questionable. His influence is undeniable, and his respect from the people is solid. He stood against his brother in the Civil War, fought alongside the rebellion to the kingdom, and helped navigate a ceasefire when the bodies stacked too high. That's what you know about him.
Right.
So it's a secret that he had a son?
I imagine my father was a really private guy. Now, I wouldn't say that I was a big secret, right? He cut a pretty large figure though, and I just maintained my distance from his shadow, if you know what I mean. I don't want to be a part of any of that from a young age. I struck out on my own, right? I went on sort of a walkabout, right? I just needed to find a family of my own, something to be a part of. I searched for a long time. I traveled around a little bit for a few years here and there, right? Met some people. But my father gave up his name, right? He's not Joe Ball Felia or whatever, right? He just kind of gave it up. He became Joe Ball, and I was born Lono, Joe Ball, but I just gave up my name too. I just left it behind. And I guess everyone just kind of forgot about me, which is what I wanted. But turns out somebody remembered.
Well,
Somebody brought me back.
it's your dad. He's rich. He's got power. I mean, he's the guy that
but
got you back.
Why would he want me back? I mean, I don't want any part of his game. He's not. Listen, he's got his motives, right? He's got his ideas, his beliefs, but he knows me. He knows I don't want any of this.
Sinclair, are you saying
I didn't have to sneak out. I walked away. I told him, man to man, mano y mano, this isn't for me. This is your business, your world that you've created. I said, I'm happy for you, but I got to go find my own world right now because yours is just a little too big for me.
You can try running, but it seems to catch up with us, doesn't it?
I don't know. I mean, my father, he's, I wouldn't say that he's uncaring, right? He, in a lot of ways, is better than his brother. His brother is the entitled one, right? I barely knew the guy, but You know, I was around him as a kid, and he threw worse fits than I did. My father's a cool, level-headed kind of guy. He always has a plan. He always, you know, he's always in charge of his situation.
So, Lono, I know that you've only kind of just regained your mental faculties, but what do you want to do now? I mean, we're happy to help you, at least in some small ways how we can, but we weren't exactly, you know, trying to start a war with whoever it was that was, you know, trying to apprehend you.
I mean, if I'm dreaming,
I guess I can
I'd
go.
rather just go back to the community and just be forgotten, fully forgotten. But I don't
not
think
sure.
that's reality.
No, I don't think that's an option.
Could I do a? How have we ever done this? Where can I have a word with Hadal, but I want you guys to hear, I guess, but not your characters.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do a loud whisper in character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stage whisper.
I'm sure I know how to do that.
It's very
Hadal,
Shakespearean. I'm here for it.
should we mention anything about our co-op plan? Because that seems would be more intrigue and probably not aligned right with a just woken up Lono.
I don't know. What do you think?
No, but it is right thing to do, I guess. But
He would be the guy who might potentially know who a bunch of these people are, these like rich guys or princes from all over, you know.
yeah, maybe it would be right to tell him.
What about this, Lono? It seems like it could be, though not necessarily, maybe be your father trying to get you back, but you know, there's also a very hefty bounty out on Koa. Do you have any idea who would want Koa and why he would be mixed up in all
Yeah,
this?
could you tell us if Koa is second prince to another kingdom or brother?
Oh no, man, Koa is one of a kind. Man,
That's
you
what I'm
know,
afraid of. Exactly.
there's nobody more free and on the breeze like Koa, right? I mean,
He is.
You all been traveling with him, you know.
We know, and he is quite what's the word? Maybe aloof, not quite
Unbothered.
always keyed in on what's going on around him. Kind of a perfect guy to blame the murder of a princess on.
Nah,
Is he
Koa,
heir to Kingfisher Kingdom?
you know, I don't know much about his past, and you know, he doesn't really know much about mine. You know, where we were living, it was a place where the past didn't exist. It was just in the present, on the crest of flow, we called it, right? Flow is a force that kind of drives the future, right? Drives us forward.
We actually heard all about it. It's really, you don't have to go into it.
Yeah. Well, Koa is more tapped into it than anyone I've ever met, right? It's kind of what made me fall in love with him, made me respect him. I wanted to be like him more, right? That's
Yeah,
why
I think we all do.
If you're asking me what I want right now, where I want to go, where I want to be, it's with Koa. If you could do that for me, then I can help you in any way, but ultimately my plan is just to be forgotten.
I like it.
Well, I mean, we can absolutely get you with Koa. That's where we're headed right now.
If we sold
and
Koa,
then I fucking just super dust.
Why did you to Lono?
Yeah, I blasted.
Come
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not gonna tell Lono?
I don't know. You can.
Lono, how would you feel if we sold Koa to some captives? I mean, to captors, I guess, and received a cash prize, but we get him back.
Here's the catch. Here's the catch.
But we get him back.
You wanna gamble with somebody's life.
I think Koa is in on this too.
Koa is also way too valuable to let die.
Yeah, totally. It's kind of a loose.
Quite, yeah. They're definitely gonna kill him in the future.
But I mean, no.
But they need like a public thing, I think. Go ahead.
Life can kill too, you know. But it's a lose-lose situation. We get money or we get nothing, but also we lose Koa if either way. Or we could take Koa, no money. I don't know.
I'd rather you give me over than Koa if that's possible.
Give you.
Well, we actually we took care of all the Crimson Tide that was after you.
No, we sure did.
So we don't really know who to give you to, unfortunately. But that wasn't ever part of the plan. So just so
Well,
you
I mean,
know.
actually, it actually very well what was part of the plan that we would actually give both of them over and get even more money. But now,
Right, and then get you both back. Yeah.
now, yeah, that I mean, yes, that would be that is the current plan. As for how, we do not yet know.
But we'll.
Well, how about before I start committing myself to any one of your plans, you follow through on the whole Koa thing, and then we'll discuss further upon that.
Okay. I do
So
another
I'll,
huge gust of wind for the sails. Let's go.
Enough of this narrative. I want to speed travel.
So good.
You eventually make your way back to Tiriki Anchorage. You make your way over to Val's dock, and you can see the rising sun over there. Lono starts to kind of fix his hair. It's been a long time since I've been at peace with one thought. Everything's real quiet right now, and I don't know. I don't know if y'all are who you say you were, but before we go any further, I'd just like to say, thanks for the quiet. I appreciate that much at least. And I hope that whatever reality we're in right now, that it's a good one.
I think it is. We saw some pretty bad ones on the ceiling back there.
Yeah, there's some dark stuff out there. Man, I just never wanted to be a part of this. I'm sorry you lost a friend because of me.
If it weren't that, it would have been something else. You're too valuable.
Yeah.
It's up to you to make her sacrifice worth it, That's on you, mate.
It doesn't sound like you've done anything wrong, Lono. It's completely justifiable thing to want to just choose your own, life, choose your own destiny, and you tried to do that, and unfortunately the system's sort of pulling you back in. I don't think you have any reason to feel bad about that, but I think you may need to acknowledge that you will probably not be able to remain forgotten.
Yeah, I think certain people are like planets, they just got gravity, they got mass, and they just pull things towards one another, even when they just want to float off into space by themselves.
I think it's a flow thing,
I think that was a great, cogent comparison between two things you just made, mate.
Absolutely. I mean, the way that you've been speaking these last, 20 minutes that we've been moving in this boat is considerably more coherent than the last couple of days.
I mean, it was always evocative, but it didn't quite link
understand.
together. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that. I've always had a little way with the words. I'm more of a story collector than I am a storyteller. But I try to at least, remember the good ones.
At least since we met you, there's been very few stories. It was mostly just sort of nonsense,
Babbling,
strung together.
Blah, blah, blah,
There's a lot of hand, a lot of fingertip, rubbing.
Caressing.
I wasn't really sure what you were doing there. It looked sort of like just sort of Playing with a booger or something.
Yeah, sometimes I get a tick, right? I just
You
put my
take-
hand out there, I do a little pinch it.
But you
pinch
would
in the
take
air a
any
little
little
bit.
thing, a booger, if you say,
Yeah,
oh, it's
maybe
not
like a-
booger that picks you, you pick booger,
Maybe like
and
a
then
pick a splinter from the deck and just kind of roll it between your fingertips for hours.
Yeah.
they call it wood, but what would you do if you were all these
Nonsense.
word play and
Absolute madness.
Yeah, and I'd often just jump to the point without, getting to it.
Yeah, it was a bit like that.
exactly.
Are we back? Are we back to the Rising Sun?
You're back, yeah. I don't really. Yeah, I would like if MC can play in the future to do more with this this plot.
Oh, is she one of our other viewers?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, even better. Then that's even better.
Wait, what was your question, Hud?
If she's one of our viewers, if MC's been watching, watching
Absolutely not.
the
Wow.
YouTube.
She doesn't have time
Absolutely.
to play, but she's got time to just watch it.
Does
Yeah, I don't think she.
Does MC go out of her way to say I am not interested in this when it pops up in the alpha?
she's,
Yeah.
she's
Ew,
actively
thumbs
disliking.
down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get this
I
out
don't
of
want
here.
to see more of this channel.
Yeah.
Because of the drug references.
can we get MC to do some like canned like right here? It would be like, Cole, what do you think? And then
get a Koa soundboard.
yeah.
Koa soundboard. That's the first purchase.
I imagine that the reunion is they embrace each other swiftly and strongly, like two objects with mass colliding into one another. That it's silent, it's solemn. There's things said to one another that are only meant for each other, and there's a lot of looking at one another and holding on, and almost a disbelief that it's happening. But if it's not real, then there's a joy in the lie, in the fantasy.
Jacob, if there was a song that started playing whenever they maybe saw each other, and then that continued to play throughout this interaction, what do you think it would be?
Would it be my remedy?
Wouldn't it be nice?
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
I don't know. That's a great pitch. What are some ideas?
I'm just kidding.
Ooh, let's make playlists.
That Whitney Houston song.
We can do that in the chat. We'll each submit one
Okay.
Reunion
nomination
song.
for this soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Oh,
I just put in reunion songs. I got The Boys Are Back in Town.
That one's very,
That's not-
very
that's not
romantic.
bad.
We Are
it could be,
Family.
Clarity. That's the one I was thinking of. Clarity by Zed by Clarity. You guys know? Or no, it's Clarity by Zed. My bad. You guys know this
I
one.
have no idea.
Yes, you do.
Okay. So you can submit it to the chat.
Oh, right now?
Sure.
I'll submit mine.
You know, it's a.
I think this is like a
I
4.5 minutes.
imagine that if it were playing music in the movie, that it would have a more of a Bon Iver theme, feel to it. It would be very kind of quiet, powerful, not a swelling orchestra or anything. Not like a Wonderful World or anything like that, but just kind of quiet, powerful, maybe like an Iron and Wine kind of song. So, like a Such Great Heights kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it.
Oh.
Yo, guys, Koa kind of turns you off. I don't know what to say, man. I mean, this is awesome. This was the best thing I ever did, was finding you all. Thank you.
I think we can give you guys at least one night of peace.
Yep.
Before
And then
we sell
just
Yeah, sell you
just-
into bond.
then just one more hump, one more hump, and then
then
we're
it's
off.
freedom. Freedom for everyone. One more hump
Yeah.
till freedom.
One more hump till freedom. Oh man, I owe you guys at least a drink. I'll get to it, but thank you all.
Yeah, hang on to that cloak.
Yeah.
Y'all stay
I think-
in under board, what you call it, downstairs on a boat.
Lower decks,
Everybody
yeah.
knows. Below
think-
decks. Thank you.
Think you ought to save your thanks and any more gestures
Under
of
bond.
gratitude until we've sold you into bondage and then rescued you again. I think then we can all
Then you'll doubly owe us.
then we can celebrate.
And Lono kind of looks at you guys. So you don't know who wants Koa, and you don't know who hired the Crimson Tide. Is there any chance that they're the same person?
I think that there is a chance. I think the only thing that we know is it's an organization or at least a nickname called the Irregulars, but we know little else about them except that they are not friendly with the kingdom.
I mean, they're kind of a messenger service right during the war, during the civil war between the kingdom and the Commonwealth, right? Like they're kind of this messenger service on the side of the Commonwealth. After everything kind of calmed down, I mean, they were the underground, the sneaky ones. They get you from place to place, right? If I needed to get somewhere quietly, right? You just, talk to your buddy, he talks to his buddies, and the Irregulars. They get you from here to there and stuff. I can't imagine they'd be willing to kill princesses. And I mean, they're willing to kill princesses for sure. Yeah, never mind. No, that's kind of their whole thing is to take down the powerful. But
I can't
I don't know.
Will they be willing to, I don't know, maybe explode, set off a bomb amongst 200 upper echelon top tier princes, kings, and merchants all in one
I
spot?
mean, they wouldn't be against it if they could get their act together. They're a little just disorganized. There's a bunch of vagrants and drunks and all sorts of shady folk. I mean, they're good. They got good hearts. It's more of a system of whispers than it is a system of action.
It's like a cool band name.
This is who is after Koa, but the one that hired the Crimson Tide was just K.
Yes. That was all the
That's all
info
We
we
don't
had.
know if
They
K
were talking
is
that I was some
affiliated.
sort of gift to be given, and I was going to be given over to judgment. And so I understand that they probably wanted me to go to the kingdom or, at least fall into those hands. But who was giving me over? Who came to the community? I mean, the Crimson Tide, but they were under orders, it seemed like. It seemed like they were going to benefit from this exchange. They even had that Grimehook fella on board as what seemed like a way to kind of confuse me, to kind of, I don't know,
Wait,
admit to something I didn't do.
do you remember what did they want? What did they use Grimehook to do to you?
They wanted him. He kept trying to convince me, I guess convincing me in the end that I killed her, that I was the one who did it. I could remember it. I remember strangling her, stabbing her. I remember blowing her up. I remember destroying her. I remember everything. I remember killing the
This seems-
princess. I didn't do it, but I remember it.
Like Jabal would want that to happen. That would create much strife between Jabal, merchant, king, and royal.
But Jabal's enemies, though. Who's? I mean, is your uncle still Is he still the king? Is he still pissed that
Yeah,
you're there?
my uncle's still the king. Yeah, King Z. He he doesn't like the Commonwealth.
Sure.
He interested in the islands. He's interested in Al-Kahari. He's interested in a lot of weird things. If you listen to rumor, he's interested in it all. You know, he wants
Typical king.
to give himself, and I mean, he wants to give himself time to take it all over. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't call him a king. I mean, he is a king right now, but his ideas are much higher than that, much loftier goals.
Well, which house are you from again?
Oh, you're royal too. Well, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm feeling really conflicted here. I feel like we're both running from something that we ought to be facing.
If it makes you two feel better, I am proudly the heir to my father's chiefdom. So this is fine. I'm slave right now, but I look forward to. So this gives you other end of spectrum, you know.
Milo, I don't think I realize. What do you mean you're a slave? I mean, we do.
Yeah, mate.
Board the ship. Does the captain not pay you?
Oh.
Yeah, the first thing you said when you popped up on the bus was, "I'm a slave." Been meaning to ask you more about that.
Oh, yes, it's a living, you know. You know they say there's like dinosaur.
Well, usually when they use that phrase, it's in regards to like an occupation that you're paid for.
Willingly.
The way you earn your living, you know. I mean, I guess it could be paid in food or some such.
It's paid by not killing me. Is that
so? You mean, but not? I mean, because obviously we don't pay you with you know, fears. You don't. You're not referring to your employment with Captain Morano.
You are best. HR perfect. Always good feedback. No, it's my other. It's the other thing, where I am far flung to interdimension. Other place I am, and I am ridiculed. I'm cook. I love cooking, but not for this man. This man took my father, my life away, and I am like Patsy, but I know. So maybe not Patsy. Patsy that knows.
Yeah, it's not really all Patsy.
I am held kind of like a hostage here in this.
Who is this man?
I don't know. I can't get into it without talking to DM first.
Ah, yes.
Miwo, mate, you're.
Hey, it sounds 100% correct so far.
You're a slave. Like, that's terrible. If we go out and find freedom in the 10,000 islands, you still gonna be a slave?
But half, you know, or maybe less. I don't know. It's quite a random.
Depends on the schedule, really.
Yes, exactly.
Is the only way to get free to kill your master?
Perhaps, or have my own folding boat. I forget. But yes, that is most straightforward.
If the folding boat would grant you freedom, I'm sure we'd be willing to sell it to you.
Yeah, I personally intended for you to carry it because you're strong.
I do not know what magic folding boat holds, but let us
old magic, dark magic.
But let us just let adventure unfold and see. Perhaps that is the answer.
Well, listen, man, I always thought of running and fighting as something easier to do with somebody else. So whether or not you're running or fighting, I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you're together, you know. Now, hiding, that's something that's not good with a bunch of people. You're going to get found real easily. So if you plan on hiding away your whole life, you might want to do that alone. But if you want to run to something, or if you want to stand for something or fight for something, you know, that's usually easier with a group of people.
This is true.
Well, Lono, I think we've got a shot here for a stand and maybe carving out a bit of time for us to really run.
Yeah. We have to get pretty far, because that's the thing about the past, is it likes to catch up with you. Even though it's long gone, it still likes to show up every once in a while.
Tomorrow night, we've been invited to a party where we're supposed to be handing over Koa here. To the irregulars. And at the parties, there's going to be all sorts of powerful folks. Have your night of peace tonight, but we've really got to come up with a plan for what happens at this party. It's sort of a gift, maybe.
We need to liaise with somebody at this party and find out how we can make this exchange. Ideally, not at the party. I think that seems like a bad idea, and it certainly seems like a suspicious setting. Granted, it's all quite suspicious since we're, selling people to some sort of shady underground organization.
I don't understand why Koa has to be involved in any of this.
We were actually hired to capture Koa and turn him over to this group.
We found him right before that gambling boat exploded, like I was saying earlier. And then he just tagged along. I mean, he came, he's aloof, mate. He just came with us.
And it was only through Koa that we even found out about your capture and were able to, break you free.
And why can't we just go free now?
Well, we've already been paid part of the, the paid in part for the job.
Yeah.
If you just went free, we would have a bounty on our heads, to be sure.
Yeah, so I guess idea right now is we provide Koa complete contract, but make it seem like some other group, perhaps not us, completely not us. Capture Koa, but Koa with us. So no bounty on head, but we keep Koa and we have completed contract, 5-star rating. So everything is good.
It is pretty important to our captain that we keep a 5-star rating. I mean, that's how we get, the best jobs.
I understand, man. Yeah. Reviews are important. We have a saying in the community, right? You point yourself at the shore and the wave will come and bring you there. I don't know why I'm here, or I don't really understand every step that happened to get me here, but I trust that the wave is going to bring me to shore, right? And I just hope it's part of the shore I'm familiar with, right? Something I want. A little bit of freedom.
I don't know if this works for your metaphor, Lono, but I do have some modest control over the waves. So I will do my best.
Well, man, then that's the best we can hope for,
Modest.
That's how flow works, right?
You control it.
Control it.
I was only really half listening most of the time when Ko was talking about it, but I think that's really the opposite of how.
I wasn't really listening to you when you were going on about what you can do and all that too. Hey, more power to you though, man. That little gust that you pushed just over here, that was really cool. So
thanks, man. Yeah, it's nothing really.
Yeah.
Well, no, also...
You thought that was something.
Wait till you see my tidal wave. No, Lono, all of these folks, bounty aside, I don't think you should run off. It's an option. You and Koa, now that you're back together, We could just leave with you. Get somewhere safe now. Or
Yeah.
this could be a stand.
You know, there might be a better time to just make plans like that. I don't really. I got a lot on my mind right now. Maybe the best thing to do is just to be happy for a little bit. Maybe the answers will come back. Hey.
Yeah. I think that's more than fair. I think you're certainly entitled to a little time to yourself, some peace.
Like 2 weeks time.
I'm
I
pretty.
want to
24 hours.
honor the commitments you've made, and I want to say thank you for all of this. So, you know, as far as I'm able to, I'll make sure y'all won't die because of me.
Fair enough.
And we hope you live because of us.
Mm.
I did your thing where you take the word.
Nah, it was real good. He pulls out a small black notebook. I'm gonna write that one down right there. Like I said, I'm not much of a storyteller. I'm more of a story collector, right? So I just, write that down. Hey, I appreciate you all. You're all good people. As far as I know, you brought two souls back together. I didn't even think I'd be able to piece together what was real and what wasn't. I was just languishing in a life of unreality, and now I can think straight again. And even though it was just only a few hours ago, it feels like a lifetime ago. So thank you for that. Thank you for bringing me back to Koa. I appreciate you all.
Damn, should we just end it right there?
Sweet brother.
Then Koa says something dumb.
Now let's go to the fighting pits.
Yeah, let's drink sounds.
Well, aren't you both on the East Coast time or no?
It's 11:40 over here. So
yeah, I think that's a great. I mean, I think that's a pretty solid place to end it.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, we didn't really roll much. We didn't do anything much.
No, that was great.
It was the role playing. It was the role playingest game we've ever had.
And then
okay.
So next session,
after two sessions of just chaos fights, yeah, I appreciate it. So,
dude, yeah, next session, puro dino racing.
Yeah, next session we'll just continue the night. It's early night in Cobus. You guys have completed a mission. You guys can go out. You guys can get drinks. You guys can get into fighting matches. Let's just party in Cobus.
It's like 10. Yeah. It's like 10 p.m. on a Friday night.
So wait, I don't know if we have to retcon time, but did you say that the Lord, whatever it was called, Dance of the Lord, Lord's Dance, was that before? Lord of the Dance.
It seemed like it was overlapping with the beginning of the Golden Run.
Yeah. So the Golden Run is like a 3-day event. The Lord's Dance is a 4-day event. The night before the run, all the way through the run, kind of like every night of the run, there's this big gathering of these fancy people, and it's kind of like, think of like Bonnaroo for rich people. And
you mean Bonnaroo?
They get together.
No, we need Coachella.
Okay, yeah.
And they get together. And they celebrate. It's kind of like the official start of the run and the official ending of it. And every night you get together and you continue to make bets and you continue to make deals. And it's this dance that people do back and forth, just wheeling and dealing.
I just asked because if we do our big, I don't know what you call it, a heist, reverse heist or heist. If we
I don't know what we're gonna do, dude.
Before I thought it's
kidnapping.
Yeah,
reverse kidnapping.
We should be leaving after, but we want to kind of do the Golden Run, right?
Oh yeah.
It sounds like tomorrow night, at least I don't know about everything next session, but at least one thing that we need to do is some of us go to that dance thing, try to find whoever it is that we're supposed to turn Ko over to, communicate that with them, figure out how it's going to go down and such. We also want to register for and figure out if we can participate in the golden run.
And 3, if we can cheat.
And then if y'all want to, I was thinking that, I assume Miwo was paid, with the rest of the crew was paid, and Val, I assume, would be paid for her work on the engine. So if they need an opportunity to shop while we're in town, then that's a thing that could happen.
Hey, once you turn Koa in, you'll probably get the rest of that money. So a second payday.
If we
Well,
turn him in.
Yeah, I
And-
figure that after. Well, yeah, maybe so. We'll see.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, also the captain is making inquiries about what to expect from the party. But was it saying that we need to bring Koa the first night of the party?
No, you just had to bring Koa to the party.
At some point over the 4-day party
Yeah.
span. Okay, cool.
So tomorrow is the beginning of the races?
No, tomorrow
Yeah.
is the first night of the Lord's Dance. It's the day before the races. Before races. So
This is the evening before the day of the races.
Yeah, this is Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Very cool.
It's starting to rain over here, so my computer's getting wet. It's my work computer.
Run.
Don't tell my job.
All right, man.
you
did a
too.
great job. We enjoyed it.
Well done.
I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry we didn't fight. Sorry we didn't do much D&D stuff.
I didn't need to fight. I didn't need to fight at all. We
Okay.
completed the quest.
Reveals.
We
The
completed the quest
Lono
and got
reveal was
lore.
quite good.
Oh, thank you for that.
I really hope that Lono gets conked on the head and then goes back to, oh man, and she goes.
No.
No, and then we go back
Oh,
and
that
forth.
work paid off for nothing.
God
Okay.
damn it.
Cool,
Gotta
man.
do
Alrighty.
some thinking,
Alright.
y'all.
All right, great job. Good night, everyone.
Peace out.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.